ladies and gentlemen. Boswell Media Sports presents Friday Night Football.
Boswell Media Sports presents Kosciusko Whippet Football. Now, here's the voice of the Whippets, Breck Riley.
Well, it's playoff time in Mississippi. The regular season is in the books, and tonight the lights shine a little brighter at Whippet Stadium as the Kosciusko Whippets welcome the Rosa Fort Lions for round one of the 4A state playoffs. Kosciusko comes in red hot, riding a wave of momentum after a dominant finish to the regular season that secured a home playoff game for the first time in 10 years. The Whippets have been one of the most balanced teams in 4A all season long, and they are one of the favorites in the North Division. With the powerful offense led by Caden Wade that can beat you on the ground with running back C.J. Sandifer or through the air with receivers L.D. McBride and Jabry Pierce. And you can't forget about the Whippet defense, anchored by Ricari Covington, might be playing its best ball of the season. But tonight's matchup won't be easy. The Rosa Fort Lions bring speed, size, and confidence into tonight's ball game after a strong finish to the regular season. They're looking to keep their own playoff dreams alive and would love nothing more than to spoil the Whippets here at home. This is the Prairie Farms pregame show. Up next, we'll hear from head coach Casey Orr. It's the Whippets versus the Lions right here from Boswell Media Sports.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatments? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most, with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
At Pickles Drug Store, your pharmacist does more than fill prescriptions. They're your guide to better health. We help you understand your medications, ensure your insurance is handled smoothly, and answer all your questions with care. Because at Pickles, you're not just a customer, you're part of our community.
Hi, I'm Rob Pickle. My staff and I are here to serve you.
Visit us today on the east side of the square in Kosciusko. Pickles Drug Store, your community Health Mart pharmacy, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
And welcome back in to the Prairie Farms pregame. It's the Whippets versus the Lions of Rosa Fort here at Landrum Field in the opening round of the 4A state playoffs. The Whippets are a 2 seed hosting the number 3 seed out of the Region 3 4A, but we'll get into all that a little bit later in this interview as we have a little time to sit down and chat with Whippets head football coach Casey Orr. And Coach, normally in this first segment we go back and we recap offense, defense, special teams from last week, but you guys had a little trouble going over to LZ, getting the win, the shutout win there. And so rather than recap just last week offense, defense, and special teams, we'll go throughout the season and we'll look at, throughout the regular season, how you would rate the play of your offense, defense, and special teams. So first up, let's start with the offense. You guys have been, kind of rolling and putting up a lot of points. I think you're right at 39 to 40 points per game, but throughout the season, how would you grade that squad?
I thought they've done a really good job. It's a a squad that you bring a lot of guys back from, from last year. I had a lot of sophomores that played, and this year as juniors, you've just seen that growth. You've seen them be able to develop into some really good high school football players. Yeah, I could run the list of kids, and just what all they've done for us, but that group has been solid from the opening jamboree through last week. They show up every Friday night. They get after it. They're able to establish the run game, which is key for us. And then you have some real playmakers out wide. And, of course, Caden at quarterback has just been really, really good for us this year. And you just have so many weapons at those skill position with Jabry Pierce and LD and then Roundtree and CJ at running back. And even your tight ends are really good athletes, and William Rankin Jr. and Jackson Schuler. And you've even seen in the last 2 or 3 weeks the development of Jack Vance getting in there, and guys that have they really put the defense in a bind. And your O-line, we're deeper there than we've ever been since I've been here, and those guys have just been solid for us. So I've been really impressed with what we've done offensively all year long, and it's been a big key to the success we've had.
Defensively, we'll take a look at that. Of course, you guys have a few shutouts, 3 or 4 shutouts on the season. Hard to remember. It's a good problem to have. Hard to remember how many shutouts that you have on the season. But I did look at the stats, and since the Louisville game, the defense hasn't given up a touchdown. The one score Greenwood had was on an interception return. So defensively, you can kind of rate the play of what those guys have done on that side of the ball.
That group has really grown leaps and bounds from what they were last year, and that was something that we really harped on all offseason. We thought last year that, and we had some young guys on that side of the ball, but we thought we just didn't live up to what our potential was, and we just didn't play to the standard that we had instilled here as a football program. And those guys have bought into that, man. This year they have played their hearts out. You cut on the film or you come to a game and you watch them play, and it's just the effort at which that group plays with. You look up and you got 8, 9, 10 guys flying to the football. Their physicality has been next level. They've created turnovers. They just really get after it. And I have been extremely proud of the jump they have made from last year to this year, and kind of changed some things schematically and just how they've bought into it, and just the way they've gotten after it each week. They're a fun group to watch because they do fly around, and we preach that being fast to the football and being violent when you arrive and just playing tougher than the next guy, and we're going to need every bit of that tonight.
Now, we kind of touched on special teams yesterday in the coaches show, but we'll kind of go back and rate special teams all season long, but not just the play of Braden Ray, because obviously he's the kicker, but you do have return guys, and you obviously have punt teams. You guys haven't had to punt too much, the credit to your offense, but you have had to do a little punting. So as far as special teams as a whole, return guys, kicking unit, how would you rate that play throughout the regular season?
They've done a good job, and a lot of times special teams just gets forgotten about in the course of a game, and it's amazing how many times it is really the phase of the game that decides who wins or loses, especially this time of year. But we've had some really good games on special teams. Now, we've had a game or two here or there. I think back to the Olive Branch game where we struggled a little bit, but our guys on that, they really take that serious and know that it's an important part of the game. And, of course, we mentioned Braden Ray and the success he's had, but you think about your other specialists, and J.D. Cummings with your long snapping has done a really good job for us, and then Jackson Schuler, short snapping, has done a good job for us. Jabry Pierce holding, and you've even seen Braxton Horn and Eli K jump in there and do that as far as short snapping and holding. So I've had a lot of guys jump in there and do a good job, but on one phase of the game, or one phase of special teams that we've really got to be very good at tonight is kickoff coverage. They've got 2 guys that can really light the scoreboard up, especially if they end up with the ball in their hands on kickoff return. So we've got to be good there. And one guy that I'd like to mention is Mylan Johnson. He has been a electric on special teams. Just a kid that has a nose for the football and finds his way there every time, and just been a really good football player for us in that phase of the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure they like us to say this on commentary anymore. You know how it is these days, but I just call him a headhunter, and that's what he really is on kickoff coverage, because just about all the time we're looking, find where number 15 is, and he's going to be near where the tackle is going to be made there on that kickoff coverage. But one more thing while we're talking about the regular season, and I wanted to ask you if you had to say one key to success. It doesn't necessarily have to be a X's and O's type thing. Could be, preparation or whatever it is. But what would you say throughout the regular season, what's been one key to success for you guys to go 9-1 in the regular season?
Well, there's a lot of different angles you could answer that question, a lot of different ways, and a lot of them would be talking about football parts of it. But I think the biggest reason for our guys' success this year is just how much that they care about one another. It's a very close, tight-knit football team. They hang out outside of football. They have each other's backs. They take care of each other, and I think that's probably the biggest reason is just how hard they play for one another.
Yeah, and this team's been together for a while. We've talked about it a few times here with them being on the Cardinals back in the day. Now it's the the Kosciusko Little Whippets or whatever it is, and they've stuck together for a long time. But we're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll continue with Whippets head football coach. This is the Prairie Farms pregame show from Boswell Media Sports.
Gear up for deer season at the Attala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice brand, and even peanut butter and jelly rice brand feed. Everything you need is at the Attala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Attala County Co-op. Attala County Co-op.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Attala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Attala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Attala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
Hi there, mate. Joey Roo here. Introducing our brand new Roo Wing Station. Now open at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive in Kosciusko. Choose from 8 bold flavours: teriyaki, lemon pepper, Parmesan garlic, barbecue, buffalo, sweet red chili pepper, mango habanero, and honey hot. Satisfy your cravings every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Don't miss out. Bring your friends, taste them all, and discover your new favourite flavour at Roo Wing Station at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial in Kosciusko.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Hi, this is Miles Simpson from Frank Chevrolet GMC. Hey, Papa, is it football season?
That's right, Miles and Maddox. It is football season is on us. You know what that's time for?
What, Papa?
It's tailgating season, and never been a better time than to shop at frankchevy.com for that new tailgate.
Papa, do we still have Super Cruise?
Boys, we do have Super Cruise. All you're worried about is Pawpaw's driving.
Papa, when you have Super Cruise, you drive so much better.
That is true, Miles. Super Cruise drives better than Pawpaw. Shop us today at frankchevy.com or come to Highway 35 North in Kosciusko. Make your driving dreams come true.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame show. Kosciusko taking on Rosa Fort tonight here in the opening round of the MHSAA 4A playoffs. 3A, 2A, and 1A are also in the playoffs tonight. The other classifications, 7A, 6A, and 5A, they'll start their playoffs next week. But we'll continue with Whippets head football coach Casey Orr. And, Coach, you had a big milestone last week, something that you and I kind of touched on in the pregame last week was C.J. Sandifer, and he was right at the cusp of getting over 1,000 yards, and last week he did that. So that's a big honor, and we've been trying to kind of dig in the record books and go back. It's been a while since the Whippets have had a 1,000-yard rusher.
It has been, and CJ's the first one we've had since we've been here, and he is very deserving of it. He's a good young man. It works hard. He runs the football hard, but just a kid that was real happy for him that happened, because he does work his tail off and does everything the right way, and he represents you well in the community and at school. So just always happy for a kid like that to have that type of success.
You think about the offense that Kosciusko has, and you think, Caden Wade and the passing attack, that that kind of gets a lot of the attention because it's flashy, right? They do a lot there, but the running backs are the ones that earn the hard yards, and that starts up front with your offensive line. And as you noted, you're pretty deep at that spot this year.
We are. That O-line has been really good for us. Just going through your list of guys there that's played, you've had 7 or 8 guys that's played on that offensive line this year. But you got Jeremiah Winter and Riley Petit and Jadarius Wilkes, Chavez Ellis, Trace Reagan, Richard Kern, Charles Lang, Deshaun Johnson stepped in there and played some for us. It's just a group that is deep, and they're big, they're physical, and they've done a really good job for us. And talking about the receivers and Caden, I think they'd tell you it's a whole lot easier to throw the football when your other team's having to stack the box to keep you from running the football. It makes their life and job a whole lot easier when those defenders are having to load up in the box and try to stop, the offensive line and CJ from running the football. So it definitely works hand in hand.
Definitely keeps you balanced there. But continuing on sort of a player spotlight, and we've touched on this sometimes, but we wanted to go back to it, is a player here in recent weeks that's sort of the unsung hero who's really kind of stepped up. When you needed him to. Doesn't have to be a starter. It could be somebody that comes in, but who is that? And, once again, sort of might not even make the headlines, so to speak, but the past few weeks, say ever since that Louisville loss, who's been sort of the player that's stepped up and, kind of done what you needed him to do?
Well, I'm gonna give you 2 guys that probably have not gotten the recognition and the love that they need, and they both play the same position for us, and that's Jackson Schuler and William Rankin. They allow us to do so much offensively and be so versatile in what we do that it's hard to explain on the radio without really knowing and delving off into the game of football, just what they allow you to do schematically and how much of a bind it puts the defense in. But having 2 guys like them that can block the way they do, that are as physical as they are, that can help you in the run game, but they also can line up at slot receiver, and they're a bad matchup for a linebacker or safety trying to cover them. Those 2 guys just really allow us the ability to do a lot offensively, and they are they're 2 that, like I said, you don't hear people talk about them just a whole lot, but what they bring to the table is it's invaluable, and we're real glad to have them.
Yeah, and as you said, you might not hear their name show up in the stat book. And when I was doing my prep work, I looked at their stats. And I'm like, I feel like they've gotten the ball more than that. But that's because I said their name a lot, but that's just because of, like you said, what they do. They're always on the field. They're a matchup. They're blocking. They're doing something. So when I looked at their stats, and it's not as, doesn't jump off the page at you, but it was just surprising. And then just like you said, they're always out there. I mean, they kind of go interchangeably between Jackson and William Rankin there, depending on what you might need out of them.
Yes, sir. And Rankin started out as a 10th grader for us, playing on the offensive line, and he's just such an athlete. And you had some other guys come along that could step up and were a little bit bigger than he was and play on that offensive line, and he's able to do some other things for you, and it kind of just worked out. And then if you were going to create a player to play that position, that we call our flex, because they got to be flexible. They got to be able to do a lot of things. Jackson's probably what you create, a kid that has his size and physicality, but also can run, got great hands, and can really just allow you to do a lot of different things. And it just puts the defense in a bind, because you can be 4 wide to 2 tight ends with those guys, to having one of them in the backfield, to under center in the eye. It just makes it where the defense has to prepare for a whole lot of different things when those 2 guys are on the field.
The terminology some coaches like to use is a Swiss Army knife, because you can just about do just about anything with those 2 guys. But we will step aside for a break. When we come back, we will talk about the Rosa Fort Lions in this ball game tonight. You're listening to the Prairie Farms pregame here on Boswell Media Sports.
Parents and students are just shocked when they find out with a 20 on your ACT, you could go to Home CC for free. Do you have a 20 on your ACT?
Why, yes. Wait. Hold on a sec. You're right. I am shocked. You're saying my tuition could be free?
Yes, and your household income does not matter.
Why in the world would Holmes Community College offer free tuition with a 20 on the ACT?
See, we don't want you drowning in college debt when you graduate. In fact, all of us here at Holmes are so committed to our students' success, we've kept our tuition, well, lower than every other state community college. And even though parents and students are shocked by it and have a hard time believing it, just remember, your tuition could be free with a 20 on your ACT at Holmes CC.
Sounds to me like there's no place like Holmes.
That's Holmes Community College.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
This is Chris Coleman, your neighborhood Alpha insurance agent. At Alpha, we understand the value of hard work, trust, and protection for the ones you love. Alpha Insurance has a long proven history of taking care of the folks who hold these same values. As your local Alpha agent, I want to help protect you and your family and help you succeed and prosper as you go through the journey of life. Call me at 662-289-1024, message me on Facebook, or drop in at 235 North Madison Street in Kosciusko. Alpha Insurance for all of your auto, home, life, and commercial needs.
And welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame. Whippets and Lions of Rosa Fort opening round of the playoffs. Our final segment with head coach Casey Orr. And coach, it's nice to be at home in the opening round of the playoffs. And before we get to Rosa Fort, let's talk about that first. Home playoff game since 2015. Major accomplishment for you guys, and I imagine that makes it a little bit less stressful during the week knowing that you get to play at Landrum Field.
This was something that our guys have talked about for a long time, wanting to get a playoff game here at Kosciusko, here at Landrum Field. Just something that has eluded us, and we hadn't been able to do, as you said, I think it's since like 2015. So our guys are definitely fired up and excited about the opportunity to play playoff football here at Landrum Field. So I expect our guys to come out and really get after it tonight. I'm just excited to see them and see what we're capable of.
Rosa Fort coming to town, and this is a team that you usually only see in the playoffs. Off the top of my head, I can remember 2013, 2014, 2019 that the teams have met in the postseason because I've been on the call for all three of those ball games. But looking at the Lions, what can you tell us about this squad coming over from Tunica?
They're a very athletic team. What they do real well. Offensively, they're pretty simple in what their schematics is, what the scheme of their offense is, but they execute it at a very high level, and they do it with two supreme athletes. Their running back, number 4, Christian Alexander, is an Under Armour All-American. He's a 4-star recruit, got SEC offers. He is a next-level type football player and will be a heck of a challenge for our guys tonight on defense. And right there beside him is number 1 is Gregory Hargrove, is also a Division I kid, got multiple Division I offers. They are a formidable foe, especially on the offensive side of the ball. They to me, are probably the best offense we've seen this year, and our guys we're going to have to be really good on the defensive side of the football tonight if we're going to win a football game.
Yeah, and that's one thing I wanted to ask you about is, they not going to say it's a non-traditional offense. It is some variants of the single wing, but, they run it from the shotgun, but they will throw in some funky, looks at you every now and then. So what's the biggest challenge you guys are facing, trying to slow down this style of offense?
I think the biggest challenge for us defensively is can you fit everything correctly each play? And you tell your guys you almost have to be perfect. And because those two backs, if they get a crease, if they get a seam, they can take it to the house. Both of them can really run. Number 4, Christian, is a physical guy. He's a little bigger than number 1, and he runs behind his pads, and he's a load. And then Hargrove, the other kid, can just he can flat out fly. And we've got to fit everything and keep it contained and keep it bottled up, because those are two guys that they can hurt you, and they can hurt you in a hurry. So we just got to be able to fit things properly. You got to be gap sound. You got to have people where they're supposed to be, and you got to make tackles. That's any Friday night, but especially tonight, our guys have got to be able to make tackles and finish plays and get those guys on the ground.
And as you alluded to back in the earlier segment, special teams, Hargrove, I think it's 2 weeks in a row, he's returned kickoffs for a touchdown. So that's just an added element that, they can, put points on the board.
It is. He returned one against Ripley for a touchdown, but he returned another one down to the 15-yard line that resulted in a touchdown, and then he returned one against Clarksdale for a touchdown. So it's definitely a part of their game that they're really good at, and we've got to be real good on kickoff coverage, because we can't give them easy points. You can't give them short fields, and that's such a momentum swing in a football game too. And so our guys are going to have to be really good on special teams and just every phase of it. And it's a mindset. I think our guys are going to be ready for it. They've practiced hard this week, and they know what's before them. They know the opportunity they've been given, but they know also they got to go out and earn it.
Offensively, what do you guys have to do, or what have you seen on their defense that you guys can maybe take advantage of?
It's Rosa Fort has a very active defense, and what I mean by that is they like to put a lot of guys in motion. They like to blitz. They like to stunt, and when a team does that, sometimes you guess right as a defense and you blitz into a play and maybe you stop the offense for a 2 or 3 yard loss. But on the other hand, sometimes you guess wrong and you get yourself in a bad spot and the offense is able to bust a play or two. So what we got to be able to do on offense is get our eyes up as linemen and see those blitzers and understand what our assignment is and what gap we're responsible for, and be able to pick those blitzers up, because it's a deal where we feel like we can have some success running the football if we'll do that. We feel like we're bigger than them up front, and that physicality of our offensive line can really wear on them. And then, of course, once you can establish a run game, it opens up a whole lot more in your pass game. So we feel like there's some opportunities there. We just got to bide our time and make sure that we're playing fundamental, and then when you get those opportunities, you got to be able to hit them with them.
Good game coming up tonight. As I was talking to my state championship buddies and a lot of my radio guys from around the state, they were pinpointing this as maybe potentially one of the best opening round matchups in the state. So should be an entertaining ball game tonight here from Landrum Field. Well, Coach, we appreciate you for joining us. Good luck in the game tonight. Hey, we hope we're talking to you again next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Transition your home and your style for fall at Sullivan's. Check out their new fall home decor, clothing, and the perfect shoes to step up your autumn look. Sullivan's has everything you need to get game day ready. Whether you're hosting the party or cheering from the stands, fall's in the air. Make sure your home and wardrobe are too. Visit Sullivan's today and find your fall favorites. Autumn starts here, only at Sullivan's in Kosciusko.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatment? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most, with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
Hello, I'm Mandy Hudgens, and it's my privilege to serve our customers at Citizens National Bank. Being part of a bank with more than 137 years of history means standing on a foundation of strength, stability, and trust. We've been through it all, and we're still here, committed to helping you reach your goals. As a local community bank, we make decisions right here at home with your goals and your success in mind. And when you walk through our doors, you'll see friendly faces who take the time to understand what truly matters to you. If you're looking for a bank you can count on, one that knows your community and puts your needs first, we're ready to earn your trust, like we've done for generations. Citizens National Bank, strong, stable, and locally owned since 1888.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Your pet is more than just a pet. They're your family's fearless protector, your fetching athlete, your crumbs on the floor detector, the warm, snuggly heartbeat at your feet. State Farm understands why your pet means so much to you. So State Farm and Trupanion have teamed up to give your furry family members the protection they deserve. Pet medical insurance. It's another way State Farm is here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Angel Alvin McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Craving the simple goodness of farm fresh dairy? Discover the difference with Prairie Farms Dairy. Proudly farmer-owned, always fresh. From milk to ice cream, butter to irresistible frozen treats, every product comes straight from our family to yours. Experience the taste of real farm fresh quality in every bite and sip. Look for the Prairie Farms brand at your local grocery store. Prairie Farms Dairy. Farm fresh goodness. From our family to yours, every single day.
Boswell Media Sports.
And welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame show as we continue the coverage tonight for the playoffs here from Landrum Field, Whippets Stadium, the first home playoff game since 2015. Breck Riley, Jeremy Tillman with you here. We got Jeffrey down way to our left on the camera and the computer, and we got Donald back in the studio. Let's continue with our coverage and take a look at tonight's starting lineups. Not too much different than what we've come to expect, but we do have one slight change. Looking across that defensive line, you're looking at LaMarcus Riley, the big nose guard. On either side, your edge rusher is going to be the senior Nick Suddeth. Your right, or your defensive tackle, going to be Travion Nash. You'll have that strong linebacking core there in the middle, led by the team's leading tackler, Rakari Covington at middle linebacker. Your outside linebackers are going to be a couple of seniors, T. Riley and Rashad Harrington, although we do expect a lot of playing time for Rowdy Roan. Looking in your defensive backfield, that 5 defensive back look, that Coach Orr says they're going to keep that, but with the run-heavy offense of Rosa Fort, you're probably going to be rolling a couple of guys up, and those guys that you'll see rolling up probably going to be the 2 safeties, J.T. Heron and Keith Lay. Looking at your other safety, you're going to have Zay Riley, and at cornerback, Martavian Miller, and here's where it comes a little different as Mylan Johnson expected to get the start tonight instead of a Darius Bond-Slater. Coach saying that Johnson maybe fits the Rosa Fort style a little better than Bond-Slater, but we do expect to see a little bit of switching out here and there with those two. Now, let's take a look at your offensive line. Your center is going to be the junior, Chavez Ellis. Your right guard is the senior, Trace Reagan. Left guard, junior, Jadarius Wilkes. Right tackle, big Jeremiah Winter. And at left tackle, it's going to be the junior, Riley Petit. Your receiving core, Jabri Pierce, L.D. McBride, and the Whippets get Tay Roundtree back this week. So that'll be your 3 receivers. Your running back, last week's player of the game, C.J. Sandifer, who was a 1,000-yard rusher. You heard Coach Orr and I talk about that in that pregame interview. And then your H-back slash fullback slash flex, kind of a back-and-forth affair, Jackson Schuler and William Rankin. And, of course, the Whippets are led by their quarterback, Caden Wade. Your kicker is going to be Braden Ray, and your holder is Jabri Pierce. Those are tonight's starting lineups. And we'll welcome Jeremy Tillman into the broadcast. And, Jeremy, each week we never really have, starting lineups for the other team, but we tell you that we'll give you a couple of players. And this week we really are going to give you a couple of players because that's really the only names we expect to call tonight.
That's exactly right. And on the offensive side of the football, it is 2 for sure. And a lot of their names are going to be called out of these 2. And that's number 4, Christian Alexander, and number 1, Greg Hargrove. Those 2 guys, are the 2 that get the football. It's really a 2-man show, if you would. And Alexander's rushed for 1,528 yards, and then Hargrove has rushed for 1,260 yards. And, both these guys are good athletes. They've had multiple offers. I will mention, let me throw another guy in there defensively, on the defensive side of the football, number 52, Katrivion Jones, and so we'll throw a third man in there. But offensively, it's the Alexander and Hargrove show for sure.
Yeah, two-man tandem, the dynamic duo, whatever sort of names you can have, thunder and lightning, if you will, or whatever. That's what you have with Christian Alexander and Greg Hargrove, and excited to see them play tonight. Of course, an All-American there for Christian Alexander, Under Armour All-American, so congratulations to him. And, so should be a good test for the Whippets for both squads. Whippets got to find a way to slow down those two, and then Rosa Fort's got to find a way to stop Caden Wade and this powerful Whippet offense that is putting up 377.6 yards per game. The Whippets are very, very balanced, although recently kind of more rushing, but that's because the past 2 weeks you kind of had some blowout ball games, so they're not going to be throwing the ball as much, but rushing it right at 200 yards per game, 199.4, passing at 178.2, and 40 points per game. And Rosa Fort, the only team in 4A that actually scores more points than Kosciusko. They come in 42 points per game. And so two high-powered offenses, and that's what you like here in the postseason. But taking a look at your weather conditions and your field report brought to you by the Itala County Co-op. The field conditions, turf field, so obviously pretty good. And as far as weather goes, we expected some rain. A lot of games got moved to last night because of rain expected across the area, but there's been none here locally. I think it did rain a little bit down south of Kosciusko a little bit, but it was, a little quick downpour here, downpour there. Other than that, not the storms that were expected. I know up in northeast Mississippi there's still a chance for some rain, but here locally, nice night for football, right at 67 degrees. You had a slight breeze, about gust up to 10 miles an hour. So those are your field conditions and your weather report brought to you by the Itala County Co-op. Let's take a look at the history between these teams. This is the fourth meeting all time between Kosciusko and Rosa Fort. Rosa Fort leads the series 2-1, and it's the home team wins. The two games that were played at Rosa Fort won. The one game played here in Kosciusko was the Whippets. The last meeting was November 8th, 2019. Rosa Fort won that game 28-17. So that's a look at those game numbers. Looking at the field, the Whippets are getting ready to send their captains out to midfield. Whippets usually go with the 2 offense and 2 defense. Keeping it the same this week. I have Caden Wade, the quarterback, and Riley Petit as the left tackle. Those are your offensive captains. And for the defense, you're going to have LaMarcus Riley and the team's leading tackler, Rakari Covington. And Jeremy, I don't think now there's a few of them about to walk over there.
That's 52. It looks like fishing the lineup over there. That's Katrivion Jones.
You're correct.
And he's waiting on his other guys to come on in there, it looks like.
Yeah, Katrivion Jones got an offer from East Mississippi Community College recently. East Mississippi is going to be playing in the MAC semifinals tomorrow. They're taking on Mississippi Gulf Coast over in Scuba. And then another player that walks up over there, Jeremy, is Wilsavius Sims, a wide receiver. Now, that's almost taboo with this team is a wide receiver
right.
because they don't really throw it all that often. They've completed just 18 passes all season, and most of them have gone to Greg Hargrove. He has caught 8 of the 18 passes, and he's not only one of the team's leading rushers, he is also the team's leading receiver. And so they're going to walk to midfield and have the coin toss. As we said, a number of games were taking place last night. Let's see, Shannon was upset by New Albany. They're on the other side of the bracket. But the one that matters to Whippet fans was also played last night. Itawamba with a big win over Tishomingo County. So the winner of this ball game would go on the road next week to Fulton to take on the Indians. A few other games we're going to be following tonight. Morton and West Lauderdale. A big one down in South Mississippi. And, of course, Ethel and South Delta. They're playing over in Anguilla or Rolling Fork. I'm not quite sure. I believe the field is technically in Anguilla and the school is in Rolling Fork. But we'll follow that one. We got some boots on the ground over there. Coach Junior Graham trying to get the Tigers their 8th win. Rosa Fort looks like they won the toss and are going to defer to the second half. So they want to kick the ball. They want to go on defense first. So they'll be kicking it right to left. The Whippets will be defending the south end zone and driving towards the north end zone. So the south end zone is the one by the concession stand. The north end zone is where the tailgates are and where the scoreboard is off to our right. So the Kosciusko Big Red Band is out on the field, and I think we're just moments away from the prayer and the national anthem. So we will go ahead and step aside for our break. You're listening to Whippets Football from Boswell Media Sports.
Hi there, mate. Joey Roo here. Introducing our brand new Roo Wing Station. Now open at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive in Kosciusko. Choose from 8 bold flavours: teriyaki, lemon pepper, Parmesan garlic, barbecue, buffalo, sweet red chili pepper, mango habanero, and honey hot. Satisfy your cravings every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Don't miss out. Bring your friends, taste them all, and discover your new favourite flavour at Roo Wing Station at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial in Kosciusko.
Football season is back.
Whippets hold them out of the end zone.
Friday nights will be packed with hard hits and tough plays. And at Reliant Physical Therapy, we're here to help you bounce back stronger. Whether you're a Whippet on the field or a fan in the stands, our expert team delivers results you can feel. From shoulders and elbows to backs, hips, knees, and ankles, our therapists treat the whole body with care and precision. No referral needed. Call today or visit ReliantPT.com to get started.
Big play by the Whippet defense.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Hi, this is Miles Simpson from Frank Chevrolet GMC. Hey, Papa, is it football season?
That's right, Miles and Maddox. It is football season is on us. You know what that's time for?
What, Papa?
It's tailgating season, and never been a better time than to shop at frankchevy.com for that new tailgate.
Papa, do we still have Super Cruise?
Boys, we do have Super Cruise. All you're worried about is Pawpaw's driving.
Papa, when you have Super Cruise, you drive so much better.
That is true, Miles. Super Cruise drives better than Pawpaw. Shop us today at frankchevy.com or come to Highway 35 North in Kosciusko. Make your driving dreams come true.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Hello, Whippet fans. It's time for kickoff. This is Angel Alvin McDonald with State Farm Insurance. I welcome you to another action-packed night of Kosciusko Whippet football. State Farm takes great pride in supporting the Kosciusko Whippets in our community. Okay, boys, let's kick it off.
Boswell Media Sports.
It's the Angel Albert McDonald State Farm countdown to kickoff. Kosciusko and Rosa Fort, the first home playoff game in Kosciusko since 2015. As the Whippets take the field off to our right, running between Big Red, and they're led out by the Whippet cheerleaders and Whippy. Whippy going with the traditional uniform tonight. Sometimes Whippy dresses up. Like one week he had like a camouflage suit on, and one week he had tuxedo on, but Whippy's just going all business tonight with the football uniform. And we'll await the kickoff from Rosa Fort. We'll toss it back over to Jeremy Tillman for some keys to the game. Jeremy, you're a former coach, and you know how things can be on that first week of playoffs. So what are you looking for out of the Whippets?
Absolutely, man. New season, 0-0 going into this thing, and tonight's matchup may be one of the biggest first-round matchups in the state.
Best in the state.
Yeah, and so, these two guys that we mentioned earlier, Alexander and Hargrove, the big thing is got to stop them, got to hit them early. Don't let them get started. Defensively for this Whippet squad has been playing physical all year long, and you want to carry that over. You want to play physical tonight, play good special teams, smart, kickoff, punt coverage because of those two athletes they've got. You want to keep the ball away from them. Hey, and offensively, you just keep doing what you do. Play balanced, play assignment football, hat to hat. You want to make sure you block and you tackle. And then when you do that and play physical, at the end of the night, I think you're going to see a W.
Jaboris Granberry will kick it away. It is a little chopper that goes to L.D. McBride, and he gets some running room. Will cross the 50, or get maybe right to the 50. That's where he'll go down. And, Jeremy, that wasn't quite the watermelon kick, but he didn't quite put it all on the tee. It was kind of funky.
Yeah, it was laid out there a little bit funky.
It was laid way back. So not like it was like we saw the watermelon like we used to do in backyard where you just put it sideways, but it was laid way back, so it gets that big hop. But let's give the Whippets good field position at the 49-yard line. Whippets come out with Caden Wade. Caden Wade, 101 for 168, 1,700 yards, 16 touchdowns. So he'll have a running back off to his left, 3 receivers lined up to the right, single receiver left. It's going to be a quick throw-out catch made by Pierce. Pierce will get down the sideline with a stiff arm, and he'll get about 5, maybe 6 yards. Give him 6. Up to the 45-yard line into Rosa Fort territory. First quarters for Whippets football brought to you by Central Tire Service.
Yeah, just a nice little throw and catch there, and being able to stretch it on out and get 6 yards, set him up for a good second down play right here.
Yeah, see, they back it up a little bit, maybe only about 5 yards. This time they'll put 3 receivers to the left, and they have an H-back. It's a give to Roundtree. Breaks a tackle in the backfield, runs around the edge. He's got some room down the sideline. There goes Tay Roundtree. He's in. 46-yard touchdown on the second play of the game for Tay Roundtree. Just 22 seconds off the clock. Boy, it's nice to see number 2 back on the field.
Boy, it sure is, man. When you forget, hadn't seen him last couple of weeks, you forget how much speed he really does have. And, man, he just turned it on right there.
Whippets go with the swing and gate here. Now they're going to switch out of it. And you'll see the kicking unit come on. Jabry Pierce, your holder. Braden Ray is your kicker. Oh, awaiting that PAT. Good snap. Kick is up. And it's good. Kosciusko leads it 7-0 with 11:38 to go in the first quarter. Back in 60 seconds on Boswell Media Sports.
Sunstar Insurance walks with you through life's twists and turns, offering tailored coverage for every chapter. Our devoted team makes sure you have the choices and support you deserve, turning uncertainty into peace of mind. Whether you're securing a home, a car, or your future, we put reliability and care at the heart of every policy. With Sunstar Insurance, you're backed by a partner committed to protecting what matters.
I'm Robbie Robertson. I'm Bradley Tyler.
Sunstar Insurance, Court Square in Kosciusko.
Tractants. Everything you need is at the Atala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Atala County Co-op. Atala County Co-op.
Boswell Media Sports.
Braden Ray's kick is taken at the 40-yard line after the Whippets score. It's picked up right around the 38-yard line. On the recovery there was Terrence Johnson. Whippets have no intention of getting it to Greg Hargrove, who we told you. Well, I don't know if we told you. We might not have told you, but 2 weeks in a row he has returned kickoffs for touchdowns. He did against Clarksdale and he did against Ripley. So the Whippets don't want to give him the ball, but the Whippets get 2 plays and they get on the board. They lead it 7-0. So now we'll see the 2-headed tandem of Christian Alexander. The single wing set here. Just overload it to the right. Christian Alexander, the All-American, is going to be your quarterback. And he keeps it. He will run around to the right, and he gets some room to run on the outside, and he'll have enough for the first down, about 13 yards across the 50. And as Coach Orr told you, it's nothing impressive about what they do. I should say, not that it's not impressive, it's just not fancy.
That's right.
It is impressive.
They just loaded it up right there, just kind of a student body right, ran to the wide side of the field and just got him out there and let him run.
Yeah, it is impressive. I don't want to discredit them. It's just not all that fancy. Now they're going to put 2 receivers wide to the left, and they'll have a pistol set, and they'll turn around. They'll give it to the running back. He runs right up the middle, and they don't have a lot. That time at running back was Hargrove. He just turned, and I believe it was Big Nash that got him down on the tackle. Kosciusko leads it 7-0. Rosa Fort's opening drive of the ball game. Ball on the right hash. So, yeah, it's just Hargrove and Alexander. I mean, that's all it is. This time it's going to be Hargrove as your running back. They got Alexander lined up as an H-back, and they'll bring Sims in just off the line to left. Hargrove's going to keep it. He runs to the left. He is hit, and he is dropped in the backfield. On the tackle, J.T. Herron, the safety, creeping up, and a loss of about 6, maybe 7 yards.
Yeah, nice job right there, and they're not used to seeing that much, and so, man, just a great job of that Whippet defense playing physical.
There's a flag on the field, though, and Rosa Fort's not moving backwards. They're saying somebody lined up offsides is about the only thing it could be. No. They are going to decline the penalty. So, yeah, it is a penalty on Rosa Fort, and it will be declined. So, going to push them backwards. 3rd down, about maybe 15 or 16. But, yeah, big hit there by J.T. Herron. We told you in the pregame that the Whippet safety is going to be creeping up on that 3-3-5 set. Christian Alexander rolls to his right. Looks like he might want to throw. He is going to dump it off. Nobody home. Had a diving attempt right around the line to gain. It falls incomplete. Believe he was looking for Lomax. It was either Lomax or Sims, one of the two out there. So 4th down, and the Whippets force a punt. It looks like Lomax is going to step back to punt it away. Good stand by the Whippet defense. Gave up 1 first down, then able to settle in. Kosciusko with a 7-0 lead. A slow snap back. Whippet's just going to get away from it, and it'll hit and take a great Rosa Fort bounce at the 30. And it'll roll dead inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. Much like Kosciusko doesn't want to kick to Hargrove, Rosa Fort doesn't want to kick to Roundtree. They just kicked that one about as far away from as they could, but the Whippet defense turns them over. 10:07 to go in the first quarter, and Kosciusko with a 7-0 lead. A little bit farther of field to go this time for Caden Wade and the offense. Last time they started right around midfield. I'll tell you that we are streaming the ball game tonight. Frank Chevrolet video stream on YouTube. You can also catch us on Breezy 103 and, of course, the audio stream on the Breezy 103 app. They move the formation. 2 tight ends from the left to the right. Handoff goes to C.J. Sandifer. Gets some hard yards for maybe 2, 3. Last week, Sandifer eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark, and we couldn't quite come up with the last running back, or I should say the last rusher to have 1,000 yards. We think it might be Josh Dodd, the quarterback from 2014-2015 seasons, but that was not confirmed. And he was the quarterback. He was not the running back, but they ran the power pistol back then. Another handoff goes to C.J. Sandifer, and he's hitting. He'll lose yards. Good job on that defensive front by Rosa Fort, stuffing the line. It'll be 3rd down and long. On the tackle there, Terrence Johnson. So 3rd down, 9 yards to go for the Whippet offense. First quarters for Whippet football, presented by Central Tire Service. You would think a throwing situation here. They'll bring 3 receivers to the right, and 2 of them are tight ends. You have Rankin and Schuler lined up to the right. Up top, it's going to be L.D. McBride, and now the Lions showing a little bit of pressure here. Caden Wade's going to get a new play, call it out to his offensive line. Now he'll motion C.J. Sandifer. They throw it to him out of the backfield. He gets a little bit of a seam down the sideline. I'm not sure he's going to have enough for the first down. He will not. So it's a pickup of about 6 yards. 4th down and 4, and we will see the punt team come out for Kosciusko. Coach Orr mentioned that Rosa Fort likes to bring a lot of pressure, a lot of blitzes. That time they saw it coming and shifted out of it. And able to give a little bit more room for the punter, Braden Ray. Hargrove, dangerous return man, standing right around midfield. The snap goes over the head. Ray's going to get it, and he'll just throw it out of the back of the end zone. Not the only thing he could do right there.
Yeah, and that was smart right there, Ray, to just do what he did because that was all he could do. That's right.
So that'll make it 7-2 after the safety. And I'll get the free kick. Let's see what the Whippets choose to do. You can either kick it off or you can punt it. Either way, we'll see. I would almost bet they want to kick it. You control it a little bit better on who you kick it to. Traditionally, after safeties, a lot of teams will choose to punt because you can get some good hang time. That's if you got a punter that can hang one up there. And it does indeed look like Whippets want to kick this one off. So they'll kick it off from the 20. Well, you're in a bad spot here if you're Kosciusko because you don't want to squib it too much because you're going to get Rosa Fort good field position, but you also got to find out where number 4 and number 1 are lining up. And they're going to be right here on the left side of the K. Braden Ray looks like he's ready to kick it away, and he is going to squib it. And that's going to be a great kick. It'll roll all the way down to the 20-yard line. Sims goes back and gets it, and the Whippets are going to tackle him right around the 22. Best case scenario there for the Whippets. There is a flag on the field right around the 50.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better kick right there in the roll.
Would assume that's in the area of a hold.
I would think so, too.
But yeah, you could see Coach Orr and Braden Ray communicating. They found where Hargrove and Alexander were, and he gave him a nod and said, kick it the other way. And Braden Ray did it right there. So huge, huge play. Kosciusko leads it 7-2. 8:37 to go in tonight's first quarter. Those scoreboard updates brought to you by Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts. I'm going to say chop block. Block in the back. Or either way. It's going to back them up some. Speaking of Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts, I saw Santa Claus there last week. Santa Claus already in Kosciusko. Maybe he comes tonight and he brings the Whippets a win. That's what we want to put in the Whippets stocking this evening. But it backs the Lions up back to about the 11-yard line. They'll have Alexander in at running back / quarterback. Takes the direct snap. Will run hard line. That's what Christian Alexander can do. If he just gets a little bit of a seam, then your secondary gets caught up.
That shows right there what he can do for sure. And, man, you give him a seam, and when he sees that, he hits it, and he hits it hard. And he even showed some speed right there as well once he got out in the open.
Yeah, he comes up a little bit limping, so he'll trot off to the side. Hargrove will come in, and he'll call the offense, or you will have Jaden Wilson. There's that beast stack set. Low snap. Hargrove's going to get it and run. He'll be hit and dropped by Rowdy Roan. Call that stack left. I said I saw it on film. I'm just going to call it the beast. They line up 3 running backs behind the left guard, and then they just snap it to the quarterback and run. But good job there by Roan. There's no gain on the play, so second down goal to go from the 10-yard line. The Lions trying to take the lead. Touchdown would do it. This time they put a receiver wide to the right. Hargrove with the keeper. He'll run, get outside, going to the pylon, and he is in for the touchdown. Able to get just around the edge for the touchdown, and the Lions are going to take the lead 8-7. Somebody's got yellow shoes on out there, so I keep thinking there's a flag.
I just saw that. I was thinking about that too.
There's yellow shoes out there. It's confusing all of us. And now Rosa Fort's going to line up to go for 2. Hargrove with the Sim standing to his right. It's just QB keeper all the way. Got it in for 2. Oh, that will make it 10-7. Rosa Fort leads it. We'll step aside for a break. You're listening to Whippets Football from Boswell Media Sports.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG. Good health is our priority.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held.
Media Sports.
Lining up to kick it away is Zagoras Granberry. It rolls and will be taken off the ground by C.J. Sandefur at the 30-yard line. He runs across midfield, dives forward, and he gets to the 50. Might have even dove it into Rosa Fort territory. I think they will give it to him at the 49-yard line. After the timeout, it is 10-7. Rosa Fort leads over Kosciusko. They get a safety, and then they drive it, what did we say, 89 yards. Started at the 11, so 89 yards. Led on a big run by Christian Alexander. On Kosciusko, this is about where they started their first drive. 3 receivers wide to the right, single receiver set left. They're going to motion a Roundtree. They hand it to him, running around the left side. Gets some room, crosses the 40, down the sideline at the 20, at the 10, the 5. Roundtree again, touchdown. This time it's 49 yards. Touchdowns presented by Baptist Atala. I think Coach War said we have our own student body left.
That's right. One play, one score.
So what is that? Drives of 2 plays and 1 play?
Yeah.
Oh. Kosciusko reclaims the lead 13-10. Once again, you'll see the swing and gate formation. Now they're going to shift out of it, bring in the kicking team for Braden Ray to try to put one through the uprights. Out of the hold of Jabry Pierce. Good snap. Kick splits the uprights. Good. Kosciusko reclaims the lead 14-10, 6:47 to go in the first quarter.
In the legal jungle, experience and personal attention are your best allies. Meet Al Chaddock, attorney at law, navigating the courts with direct one-on-one consultations. No middlemen, just you and Al, tackling your legal battles together. Ready for a winning strategy? Call Al Chaddock's law office at 662-289-2242 today.
Listing of the above legal services does not indicate expertise therein.
This is Chris Coleman, your neighborhood Alpha insurance agent. At Alpha, we understand the value of hard work, trust, and protection for the ones you love. Alpha Insurance has a long proven history of taking care of the folks who hold these same values. As your local Alpha agent, I want to help protect you and your family and help you succeed and prosper as you go through the journey of life. Call me at 662-289-1024 for all of your auto, home, life, and commercial needs.
Braden Ray lining up to kick it away for the Whippets after 1 play, 49-yard drive for the Whippets with a John Tavius Roundtree touchdown. That kick is going to sail over everybody's head, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback. So the Whippets continue to play keep away from the dangerous return men, Greg Hargrove and Christian Alexander. Kosciusko 14, Rosa Fort 10. 6:47 to go in the first quarter. When folks asked me about this ball game, I said we might be in for a shootout. And so far, that's held true. But Christian Alexander, he's back in. I think he was just a little winded after that long run. It was about 70 yards. A little bit winded, but it looks like he is okay. So he'll come back in, and I think looks like he's going to line up as an up back, one of those up backs off to the right. Hargrove's going to be your quarterback. He runs around the outside, spins out of the first tackle, and he'll keep moving forward. Eventually, Rowdy Roll and Nick Suddeth combined to get him down. So, yeah, those just so fast around the edge that you see just how quickly they're able to get out and get about 11 yards on the play for a first down. Actually, they put it right at 10 yards. Same exact play. Wash, rinse, and repeat with Hargrove. This time he was trailed from behind and tackled maybe a half a yard. I believe that was T. Riley on the tackle. I think T. Riley got the tackle there. This is what they do, Jeremy. They'll take a 1 play, 1 yard play, a 2 yard play, and then bust a 40-yard run. That's kind of what they want to do. What did Coach Boone say? It's like Novocaine. Just give it time. It'll work. That's kind of what they do. Christian Alexander takes the snap. He is hit. Did he fall down? Rowdy Roan gets to him for the sack back behind the line of scrimmage. My view was blocked. It looked like Alexander might have just gone down.
Yeah, because Roan was sitting there waiting on him.
Yeah.
And he just went on down.
Yeah. I'd go down if Rowdy Roan was looking at me in the face, too. Any guy named Rowdy, he's got a lot to live up to, right? I mean, if your name's Rowdy, so like I said, it's kind of always like I said, if your name's Adonis, you got a lot to live up to. 3rd down and 13. It'll be shotgun set with a single receiver to the right. Alexander looks like he's going to throw. He's going to drop off to his left. He will chunk it up in the air. That is almost picked off. Great defensive play by Mylan Johnson, going up and knocking it away. He was aiming for yellow shoes. Wilsavius Sims. And great play. We told you Johnson was going to get the start tonight just because he's a little bit better in run coverage, right? But that time showing you what he can do in pass coverage.
He did a great job right there in pass coverage. He was in really good position, and like you said, I almost was able to pull that in for an interception.
So Lomax step back to punt this one away. Clock stops, 5:03. There's a slow snap back. Once again, the Whippets don't really bring anybody, but Riley actually gets there pretty close to it. It'll hit just across the 50 and take a Rosa Fort bounce at the 46-yard line and roll dead at the 42-yard line. 4:54 remains in the first quarter. Kosciusko 14, Rosa Fort 10. Thank you for tuning in wherever you might be tuning in from. Welcome into the Rosa Fort fans. I talked to Coach Nixon a lot during the week, trying to get some notes and some rosters, and send him the video stream. So anyone over there in Tunica, thanks for tuning in. I've been to Tunica a couple of times for these ball games. Always treated nicely over there in the Delta. A little bit of a high snap, but it's going to get down to C.J. Sandifer. Has it. Submarine tackle up, ends him at the 45-yard line to the 46. Jaden Taylor, the safety, on the tackle for Rosa Fort for maybe 5 yards. Second down, about 6 yards to go for Kosciusko. Got to get the ball across the 50 to the Rosa Fort 48-yard line. They'll put a I formation here. Schuler, the fullback. It's a give to the fullback. He's got it outside the hash marks. Great move, puts a hand in the turf, and he has got the Serve Pro first down. A little juke move for number 14, Jackson Schuler.
Yeah, just a nice just a fullback dive right there when they line up in that eye, and man, Schuler did a great job right there and showed a little juke, like you said, a little balance there.
He's a catcher for the baseball team, right? So, he got some balance back there. That's technically the first down the Whippets have gotten, because every other time they've got a first down, they've scored. So there's your Serve Pro first down. Going to move that formation to the right with Rankin as a tight end, and Schuler is an H-back. It's a give to Sandifer. He'll rumble forward across the 40 to the 39-yard line, right up the hash marks. 4-yard pickup for Kosciusko. Now you see the game plan, Jeremy. Kosciusko strikes twice really fast, and now it's methodical, right? Keep number 4.
That's right.
Keep number 4 on the
field.
sideline.
That's right.
Keep number 1, keep number 4 over there hanging out with Coach Nixon on the sideline. And just keep it. Now you're going to have 2 H-backs with Schuler left and Rankin right. Wade wants to throw, aiming for McBride. He is grabbed. I don't see a flag anywhere. Ooh. McBride had a seam. He would have probably caught it, but somebody had a handful of jersey. And still the only yellow on the field is the shoes. What's he? Yeah, he's out there.
He's there.
Sims plays both ways. Yeah. Probably missed a little bit of a hold there. third down. 6 yards to go for Kosciusko. L.D. McBride switches to the left side. They stack the formation just off to the right. It's going to be a QB keeper all the way. Caden Wade, he'll run, and he'll get maybe a yard. No, lost a couple of yards. So I think you probably knew you were going for it right there. I think, or are they going to run the punt team out there? Well, looks like, for now at least. Now they're calling for punt. One good thing about being this close to the field, you can hear a little bit. Plus, if you turn the field mic up like that, you'll hear a little bit as well. But Whippets want to play field position here, maybe try to pin Rosa Fort down inside the 5. Braden Ray standing around the around the 47. Now there's a good punt. That's going to hit and take a great Whippet bounce, and they'll down it inside the 5. It hit off of the long snapper, J.D. Cummins, right at the 4-yard line, it looks like. Ricari Covington went ahead and stopped it just in case it rolled into the end zone. Great job there by Braden Ray, and you got the Lions backed up inside the 5-yard line at the 4 on the left hash. Kosciusko leading at 2:03 to go in the first quarter, 14-10. Opening round game of the 4A playoffs. Had a number of games played last night. Mostly North Mississippi teams kind of moved their games on over to Thursday night. This time it looks like it's going to be Alexander. He'll stand with his toes on the front line of the end zone. Now he claps for it and walks forward. Nobody moves. Clock goes down. Now they'll snap it right at 1. He just runs to the middle of the field and goes down. It was Nick Suddeth on the tackle. Looked like some confusion.
Yeah, it looked like they didn't. I don't know. It was a weird play, and they just snapped it to him, and he was just, you said, almost trying to beat the clock just to get it, and he just took it straight down.
Looked very casual, like he was walking to the sideline, and he just takes a snap, and, oh, here we go, I'll just keep going. So, yeah, kind of an odd situation there. Now they're swapping in some personnel. Maybe getting a little bit more of a big body in. Going to bring in a big Jaden Wilson, listed as a fullback. He'll stand to the right of Christian Alexander as they get about 3 yards on that play. Alexander takes a snap again, and he goes to the middle, and the Whippets are there to meet him. That time on the tackle, you had Rowdy Roan and Ricari Covington. Roan and Covington. Covington, the leading tackler for Kosciusko, picked up an offer this week from Northeast Mississippi Community College. He and Jeremiah Winter. I think for Winter, that rounds out the whole JUCO system in Mississippi. I think he's got an offer from every JUCO in the state, which isn't bad considering he's only played, 10 games at offensive lineman, because last year he was a defensive lineman. Yeah, now you can see Rosa Fort taking the clock way down. Coach Nixon might take a timeout. That's what he's going to do. Coach Nixon, timeout with 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. We're back in 60 seconds here on Boswell Media Sports.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Atala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Atala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Atala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
Your pharmacist is more than someone who fills your prescriptions. Your pharmacist helps you understand what medications you're taking. Your pharmacist makes sure your insurance is filed correctly. And your pharmacist answers any other questions you may have regarding your medications.
Hi, I'm Rob Pickle, registered pharmacist and owner of Pickle's Drugstore. It is Mike and I are here to serve you.
Pickle's Drugstore, your hometown pharmacy, on the east side of the square in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
Timeouts for Kosciusko football presented by Reliant Physical Therapy. Out of the timeouts, 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. It is a keeper by Greg Hargrove. He's got a lot of room, but he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy. The Whippets seem to think they got at the football. No signal yet, though, as it's going to be about a 3-yard or maybe a 4-yard pickup. So it's going to be 4th down and 2, and I imagine that Coach Nixon will let the clock run out on the first quarter. Kosciusko with a 14-10 advantage, as that will indeed end tonight's first quarter. So Kosciusko, after one, leads it 14-10. Stepping aside for a break, you're listening to Whippets football from Boswell Media Sports.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Hi, this is Miles Simpson from Frank Chevrolet GMC. Hey, Papa, is it football season?
That's right, Miles and Maddox. It is football season is on us. You know what that's time for?
What, Papa?
It's tailgating season, and never been a better time than to shop at frankchevy.com for that new tailgate.
Papa, do you still have Super Cruise?
Boys, we do have Super Cruise. All you're worried about is Pawpaw's driving.
Papa, when you have Super Cruise, you drive so much better.
That is true, Miles. Super Cruise drives better than Pawpaw. Shop us today at frankchevy.com or come to Highway 35 North in Kosciusko. Make your driving dreams come true.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Boswell Media Sports.
We'll start tonight's second quarter. Kosciusko with a 4-point lead, 14-10 over Rosa Fort. And Kevin Lomax, the punter, will stand right around the U in Kosciusko in Rosa Fort's end zone to kick it away. Kosciusko has nobody back. They don't have, this is punt safe right here. Roundtree's that's not even the return team. That's the full defense on the field for Kosciusko. Second quarters for Whippets football are brought to you by Pickles Drug Store. Breck Riley, Jeremy Tillman with you here from Landrum Field. Got Jeffrey down to our left on the camera and the computer. We got Donald back in the studio. Appreciate you joining in. But Lomax, as I said, right around the U of Kosciusko, got his toes on the end zone. There's a whistle. I think that's going to go against the Lions. It will indeed. False start against Rosa Fort. So now Lomax, he might have to punt it from the concession stand back there out of that south end zone. Now the Whippets will send Roundtree out. Whippets might have been thinking fake punt there. I mean, it would be, not advisable to do a fake punt from your own goal line, but they might have been thinking it. The Lomax's punt will hit off to the left side, hit at the 35-yard line, keep rolling up to the 39. So the Whippets will start in plus territory to get an offensive drive here to start the second quarter. Caden Wade leading the offense. The offense has been basically Roundtree tonight. Touchdown runs of 49 and 48? Is that what it is? Touchdown drives of 2 plays and 1 play. There you go, Jeremy. Now your mic's on. Sometimes those mute buttons get stuck a little bit. Blame that one on the producer. Who's the one standing right next to you. A little bit of a high snap. C.J. Sandiford gets it, trying to cut a few tackles in the backfield, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's all. Finishing off the tackle, more so just stopping his momentum, was Jaquil Island. But second down, 10 yards to go for Kosciusko. Ball moves to the left hash, just across the 40 at the 39-yard line. Kosciusko been trying to get the edge. They've been able to get it with Roundtree. Haven't gone to the air too often. Only attempted just one pass, right? Just the one to McBride. This time it's an empty backfield for Caden Wade. 3 receivers to the right. They're going to throw out the left. Catch made by Sandiford. He'll cut to the middle of the field, and he'll get good yardage across the 35 to the 34-yard line. I mean, they attempted 2 passes because they threw one to J.B. Pierce. First play of the game.
First play of the game.
Yeah,
and then you had a little play with Sandiford there.
Yeah, so that's the third pass right there.
Yeah.
So third down, 5 yards to go for Kosciusko. Now go back to that I form set with Schuler as the fullback. It's a give to Schuler. Schuler runs to the right, and he'll get maybe 2 yards, so it will be 4th down and about 2. Maybe a long 2, short 3. Now they move it back a little bit, so we'll say a full 3 yards now. Kosciusko will leave the offense on the field. You'd think hard count right here. Trying to see if Rosa Fort will give you one. So now they're going to go back under that I form set. There is a false start, and offsides on Rosa Fort, and it will be a free first down. Got under there with the hard count, Caden Wade with the head nod. It's always the head nod that gets you when you're in that defensive lineman. So I give the Whippets a first down. Rosa Fort band has made it here. At least they got here before what was it, Gentry? Gentry's band to get into the fourth quarter, and they didn't stop playing the entire fourth quarter. Ball goes up to about the 27-yard line. They're going to move that formation. 2 tight ends line up from the right to the left. Give to C.J. Sandifer hitting the backfield and a good defensive play. There he is, Jaboris Granberry. That's the kicker, coming in with a tackle for loss. So 2nd down and about 13. They got some big bodies across that defensive line. We told you about Catravion Jones, a big defensive end, D-tackle, depending on where they line him up. He's playing more nose guard right now than anything right there in the middle of the defensive line, that 3-man front. Kosciusko 2-by-2 set. Now they're going to motion Sandifer out of the backfield. Throw catch made by Pierce down the sideline, pushed out of bounds. Basically get back to the original line of scrimmage, and he might not even got that far. So it's going to be around 3rd down and 10 or 11. Well, Kosciusko milking some clock here as they lead it 14-10.
Yeah, you kind of wonder, too. You see McBride's still having that one-on-one.
Yeah,
you kind of wonder if he's going to come back to it at some point like he did earlier.
At some point you're going to go to big number 10. And this time he got Roundtree in at the slot off to the right. Caden Wade is going to look for Roundtree. Going to the corner of the end zone. Is it caught? It's caught! Roundtree with his 3rd touchdown of the night. 28-yard catch from Caden Wade. Touchdowns presented by Baptist Atala. Well, it was the old Willie Mays Hayes over-the-shoulder catch. Perfect throw from Caden Wade. Well, Whippets extend the lead. See if they want to kick it here. They will indeed bring out Braden Ray. Jack Vance. Jabry Pierce drops back as the holder. Kicking it towards that south end zone. There's the snap. Kick splits the uprights, and it's good. Kosciusko with the lead, 21-10. Just over 9 minutes to play here in tonight's first half. We'll stay right here. Take a look at some scores from around the state. Got an update from Anguilla. South Delta leads Ethel 14-0. That game's at the half. Got Choctaw County up on Edwards. Edwards has come back to score. 8-7. Edwards is Ruleville? Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
That used to be Ruleville Central. Now it's Edwards. Yeah. So Edwards leading at 8-7. Poplarville up on Forest County AHS. That's 4A South. That one's 14-0. Belmont leads North Panola 8-6 at halftime. Just before the end of the first quarter. And Morton leads West Lauderdale 7-0 to start the second quarter. Score updates brought to you by Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts. We'll give you more of those at halftime. As Braden Ray, little pooch kick right there, and a diving catch. Good job there by Terrence Johnson, as the Whippets were thinking maybe get that free kick that they've been able to recover a couple of times. And Johnson, he just happened to be looking back. That is a great play, because normally you think everybody's going to be turning and running, and Johnson is paying attention, because if he turns his back right there, one of those Whippets is able to jump on it, and that would be for Kosciusko. I think they did that against, was it Greenwood? I think it was Greenwood.
Yeah, I think it was Greenwood.
Where the same thing happened. Everybody turned around and ran, and Kosciusko just ran and jumped down on top of the free kick. Now you can hear that Rosa Fort band tuning up there across the way. As they'll put two receivers wide to the left. Christian Alexander is your quarterback. They got the big man, Jaden Wilson, standing to his left. And Alexander's going to run it, tiptoe his way forward. He'll be tackled by Ricari Covington leading the charge for the Whippets. And one thing you like to see there, Mylan Johnson runs up and just trying to rip the ball out. He had Ricari Covington holding him up. And number 15, Johnson, just goes up there and just trying to strip the ball. So second down, 8 yards to go. Ball at the Whippets, at the Rosa Fort's 49-yard line. Don't think I ever gave you the fashion report for either team here, but the Whippets going with the all-maroon uniforms. Maroon tops, maroon bottoms, maroon hats, white numerals, and the interlocking KHS white logo. As Alexander, a little bit of a stutter step this time, and he runs forward, and the Whippets stop the scrum. He's going to get about 3 yards and make it third down and a bit more manageable. We're down at about 4. I think Nick Suddeth, LaMarcus Riley, and tackle for the Whippets. Sort of a host of Whippets there. So third down. But yeah, for the Whippets, they're all maroon, and the Lions going with the white tops and forest green. Their colors are forest green and Vegas gold, but white tops, green pants, green helmets, and the green numerals. This time it's Hargrove. He'll keep it from the quarterback spot, and he'll get pushed backwards. Forward progress will give him up to the 45-yard line, but it is going to be a fourth down. I think it was J.T. Herron kind of leading things for the Whippets. So fourth down, about 2 yards to go, as Rosa Fort's trailing at 21-10. You'll see the offense stay on the field. So 4th and 2. Let's see which one they put back there. Alexander or Hargrove. Looks like that's Alexander. They'll do that beast where they have the 3 receivers behind the formation. And a great tackle. Getting him in the backfield for a loss was J.T. Herron.
Boy, just a great job right there by Herron, being able to come off the edge right there and was able to just take him down right there before he could get going.
Yeah, got around Travion Nash, and you saw Nash he was dejected a little bit because he wasn't able to, they got a hand on him, but he wasn't able to, put him in the turf. But luckily for Travion Nash, J.T. Herron was back there cleaning some things up. So that'll make it first down and 10 for the Whippets as they turn them over on downs at 6:56 mark of the second quarter. 2 receivers to the left, tied in, lined up left. Handoff goes to C.J. Sandifer. He's running up the hash marks. Stiff arms a defender, gets across the 50 into Lion territory at the 47-yard line, right on the maroon K at that midfield logo. Around 7 yards on first down for C.J. Sandifer. We'll stick around for our Citizens National Bank halftime report. I believe we'll get a performance from the Big Red Band. I was told as long as it's not raining, they're going to perform the halftime show. So we'll get that on the stream for you. Handoff Sandifer once again. Cuts it right, then cuts it back left. He's got room to run. Outside the numbers, down the sideline, 20, 10, 5, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. But about 4 flags come in. Would assume this one's coming back. So the good news for Kosciusko is that the hold happened at around the 30-yard line or the 35-yard line. And it is a spot foul. So they're marking it from, they're going to mark it from the 30. There was one at the 35, but it looks like they're going to mark it from the 30. So it is going to be a hold against Kosciusko. But it will give the Whippets a first down at the 40. So, yeah, some good moves there by C.J. Sandifer, but one of those things where you have somebody out on an island like that in white jerseys.
Yeah,
easy to see tugs there on those white jerseys. Well, the Whippets, they'll get a first down up to the 39-yard line. Sack formation. They're going to move it from the left to the right. Schuler, Rankin, and Pierce. Handoff goes to Roundtree. Tries to get outside. Can't do it this time. Lomax gets him down in the backfield, but I think he's going to be called for a horse collar. Got a handful up around the head and neck area, and that's about the only thing I think it could be.
Yeah, that's going to be what it's going to have to be.
But yeah, the Lions had seen number 2 get around the edge too much. It is indeed going to be a horse collar tackle. So they were ready to go right there. But Lomax, who is the punter, just came through and got a good tackle, but unfortunately for the Lions, got some hands up around the shoulder pads, and it'll result in a 15-yarder. And a first down for Kosciusko. Whippets leading at 21-10, 5:50 to go in the first half. Second quarter for Whippets football presented by Pickles Drugstore. That 2 H-back set. C.J. Sandifer off to the right of the quarterback. Going to be a quick throw. Catch pulled in by McBride. Rolls over his defender down inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. That's going to be a 12-yard pickup and another Serve Pro first down. The Whippets really haven't gone down the field, well, just twice. They did the one to McBride and then the big long throw to Roundtree. Other than that, it's just little quick throws here and there. And Caden Wade, he does get the ball out so fast. I mean, he's got a very quick release. Whippets can get a first down at the 2, so ball is at the 12 on the left hash. Single receiver either side of the line. Also have a tight end lined up to the right. Caden Wade keeps this one. He'll run up the middle, cut it outside, and get in for a touchdown. 12-yard touchdown run for Caden Wade. That is his 10th rushing touchdown of the year. I think he might have used the umpire as a blocker.
Yeah, I know it, and I don't know if anybody on the field knew he had it, honestly, the way it looked.
Yeah, everybody was going after number 4.
That's right.
Yeah, I think a little rub route right there next to the umpire, and used him as an extra blocker. But Caden Wade, now the Whippets will shift out of it. So Caden Wade on the season came in 71 rushes for 264 yards. That's touchdown number 10, as we told you. Braden Ray try to kick this one through. It's up, and it's good. Kosciusko leads it 28-10, exactly 5 minutes to go in the first half.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatments? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That's today, receiving treatment close to home.
Boswell Media Sports.
Braden Ray. Little pooch kick once again will be caught, and it's bobbled. Who's got it? Leek Johnson fell back on it. Well, they're picking on number 51, Terrence Johnson. Once again, he turned around to run, and that one was like a duck. That one was like a sidearm curveball coming off the tee right there. I don't even know how you kick the ball where it looks like that. But Johnson able to get it. Did bobble it a little bit, but Whippets had a couple of guys. I think Mylan Johnson was close to it. But Terrence Johnson, well, he's taking a beating right there. And then he got to stay in it at left guard. So they'll go with that single wing Notre Dame box set. I'll go back to 10 years ago and call it a version of the Four Horsemen offense, if Whippet fans remember that. Christian Alexander's hitting the backfield. It's J.T. Herron again. They don't have an answer.
So no,
for number 8.
Getting a heavy dose of number 8
and
right
see,
there.
this is what J.T. Herron was a linebacker. This is his first year to step back and play that safety. So he's getting a little bit more of his linebacker
That's right.
this ball game because, they're walking him up since they're not really much of a threat to pass the ball. But that is a 5-yard loss. 2nd down, 15, back at the 35-yard line. And I think that's going to be illegal substitution, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's 12 men. That is indeed going to be illegal substitution. So 2nd down, and it was actually Alexander who was going off the field, so it's going to be Greg Hargrove. Back it up to the 30-yard line. So 2nd down and not quite 20. They do have to get to the 50, and I don't think it's quite at the 30, so we'll call it 2nd down and 29. Motion a man out of the backfield. Hargrove is going to be your quarterback. And now Rosa Fort moved. The tight end, Lomax, on the right side, got a little bit of a head start. And Rosa Fort, they're doing the opposite of the Jeffersons. They're not moving on up, moving backwards. So that'll make it 2nd down and around 24 yards. 2nd down and about Carmack right now. They got to get a long way. So let's see. Hargrove's going to line out wide to the left. He is the leading receiver. So I should note he's lined up out there. Martavian Miller is lined up on him. So Alexander's going to be your your quarterback. Got an H-back lined up to the right. High snap. Alexander going to look to throw. Now he wants to run. He'll be hit and pulled down from behind. Ball's tipped up in the air, and it's picked off. Mylan Johnson got it that time. Interception for Mylan Johnson on the season. That is interception number 11 for this Whippet defense. And, hey, how about Mylan Johnson making the most of getting the start tonight?
Yeah, just a nice job. And Mylan almost got that one earlier in the game, and he got him one right there. And, hey, it's a great job right there by Roan to close in on and put pressure on that quarterback to make him get rid of it, too. And so just all around, good job defensively for this Whippet squad.
You could see the play, the receiver he wanted to go to fell down right around the 30-yard line, just tripped. So Alexander had nowhere to go with the football. They were trying to roll the pocket, roll him to the right. And he fell down, nowhere to throw to. And then Alexander just tried to, get rid of it so he didn't take a sack. And they threw it right to Mylan Johnson. Caden Wade's going to throw. Going open, wide open. William Rankin up the hash marks. Rankin goes in for the touchdown. 30 yards. That's William Rankin's first touchdown this season. Not bad for a converted offensive lineman.
That's right.
We said that all year long. When we saw him last year as a 10th grader, as offensive lineman, and he came out last year and had I don't know how many catches. But what were y'all doing with him at offensive line all that time? Whippets look like they might go for 2 here. They were going to go for 2, but they got a head start. 34-10, 3:40 to go in the first half. So now they will line up for the PAT. So back it up. Essentially comes to be a 25-yard field goal at this point. A little bit of a high snap, but Ray is going to get it up, and he'll put it through good. 3:40 to go in the first half. All Whippets 35-10.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Football season is back.
Whippets hold them out of the end zone.
Friday nights will be packed with hard hits and tough plays. And at Reliant Physical Therapy, we're here to help you bounce back stronger. Whether you're a Whippet on the field or a fan in the stands, our expert team delivers results you can feel.
Boswell Media Sports.
This time on the kickoff, Rosa Fort swaps over to Jaquil Island, and he calls for a fair catch. Braden Roan wearing out that portion of the field, of the turf over here. And this time it goes a little bit farther backwards, as it'll be at the 38-yard line. Kosciusko leading at 35-10, 3:40 to go first half. We'll have some score updates for you there in our Citizens National Bank halftime report. Christian Alexander, empty backfield. Now he's going to motion Hargrove and fake it to him on a sweep. Alexander keeps it himself. He'll run forward, but he runs right into Nick Suddeth and Rakari Covington. A couple, maybe 3-4 yards on the play. Second down, somebody's banged up.
Yeah, I believe that's Alexander.
Is that Christian?
A little slow getting up.
Yeah, we've seen him, kind of be a little bit of a step slow here. Alexander, good athlete. We told you about him being an All-American. He's just a junior. Got an offer from Mississippi State earlier this year. Offer from Oregon State, Cincinnati, Southern Miss, Tulsa, UCF, Liberty, and New Mexico. I had an opportunity to talk to him earlier this year, the podcast that I host. He was one of our players of the week because he's had, I think, just about every game he goes for about 200 yards on the ground. And so I had an opportunity to talk to him. Good kid. He'll get a round of applause from all of the Whippet fans and the Rosa Fort fans. But he's got a bright future ahead of him. He's just a junior. So, yeah. And Hargrove's a junior as well. So Rosa Fort going to be a force to be reckoned with next year. That's second down. That's Alexander. He's up and he walks off under his own power. Whippet training staff went out there and looked at him. But second down, around 7 yards to go. Hargrove will come in, run the quarterback spot. He'll have Jaden Wilson lined up to the right. So sort of a four-horseman look there as Hargrove keeps it and he runs. And it's Keith Lay that stops him. He never puts him on the ground, but just stops his momentum for no gain. Yeah, four-horseman offense was what Whippets ran about 10 years ago with Josh Dodd, Narquise Hutchins, and that bunch. And it was basically just single-wing football. Two up-backs, a running back beside the quarterback, and then the quarterback, and they would just go. They went to the third round of the playoffs back-to-back years doing that. That put out by Greenwood both years. That was 2014, 2015, and I think we got a timeout. Rosa Fort, 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Kosciusko leading at 35-10. We'll step aside for break.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
Craving the simple goodness of farm fresh dairy? Discover the difference with Prairie Farms Dairy. Proudly farmer-owned, always fresh. From milk to ice cream, butter to irresistible frozen treats, every product comes straight from our family to yours. Experience the taste of real farm fresh quality in every bite and sip. Look for the Prairie Farms brand at your local grocery store. From our family to yours.
Sports.
Out of the timeout, 3rd down and long for Rosa Fort. Greg Hargrove's going to run to his left. Look like he wants to throw. Now he is going to throw. That'll be intercepted by the Whippets. That's J.T. Herron. Herron's down the sideline. Herron with the pick 6. Told you they didn't have an answer for number 8. J.T. Herron takes one back. And the Whippets are piling it on now. Yeah, Hargrove didn't have anyone to throw to. Whippets had it read pretty well. But Herron goes up and gets it. I think it hit about 3 different maroon jerseys. J.T. Herron. That's good for him because you remember at the very first game of the year, his was called back.
That's right.
He had a pick 6 against Neshoba.
Yeah, that's good.
That one it went about 60 yards, and it got called back because of a block in the back. So good for J.T. getting his pick 6 finally. He did have a fumble return touchdown this year, but then that is his 4th interception. Braden Ray splits the uprights. It is good. Whippets leading it 42-10. We'll stay right here as 2:18 to go until halftime. As I said, stick around for that Citizens National Bank halftime report. Give you the performance of the Kosciusko Big Red Band. Yeah, as I said, I talked to band director Jesse Yates earlier today, and he said weather permitting, Big Red would be on the field. We'll give you that performance. And, of course, we'll take a look at some scores from around the state. If you have some scores, you can send them in to us. Comment on the YouTube feed that's there at breezynews.com or YouTube. That's brought to you by Frank Chevrolet, Highway 35 North in Kosciusko. Braden Ray. Let's see what he does this time. He's been kind of kicking it all over the field. And now going to call out a new play, trying to find out where number 4 and number 1 are. Just don't want to kick it to him. There's a line drive. It'll be taken by Sims at the 25-yard line. He'll go to the far side. Flag comes flying in, and he'll be tackled by Mylan Johnson at the 35-yard line. I think he'll have maybe a blind side block right there or something. We'll look and see. All indications are that it is going to go against Rosa Fort. It is indeed going to be a blind side block against Rosa Fort. So that'll push him back. About right around the 15, maybe the 16-yard line on the left hash. Kickoffs for Whippets football are presented by Angel Albin McDonald State Farm. And Braden Ray's been a magician out there with these kickoffs. It looks like Alexander's back in the ball game. No. Hargrove's lined up as the quarterback. He'll take the snap, run off to his left, and he'll get 3, maybe 4 yards on the tackle for the Whippets. Bakari Covington, he actually came up with the football. Covington did, but they say the play was blown dead. So about 3 yards around the left side, be 2nd down, and about 7. But yeah, I thought Alexander was back out there on that kickoff. Now they go with that beast formation. Now they flip it from the left to the right. 3 running backs lined up behind the guard, and I think they moved a little too fast. Or are they saying it's against? No, okay. It is going to be against Rosa Fort. Looked like one of the linesmen pointed to Kosciusko. But yeah, now stack that 3. It's almost like a Maryland eye right behind the guard, except it's all running back. It's not a quarterback. So I was calling it the beast formation, just something that wanted to come up with a name for it. But it's just a stack so they can run to the right. But all this is just old school backyard football, right? You block, I'm going to run. That's what they're.
I mean, they're all in the tackle box, man. They just loading up in the box.
They do it again. Hargrove's going to try to get to the edge, and he's hit. Keith Lay Great closing speed, drops him for a loss back to the 12-yard line. Boy, Keith Lay there's a stoppage in play, and Kosciusko took a timeout. Timeout's presented by Reliant Physical Therapy. Keith Lay is a Whippet that's got an opportunity to play at the next level. Got an offer from Jackson State, Sanford. So he's got an opportunity to go on and play at the next level. We told you about the offers that Ricari Covington and Jeremiah Winter got this week from Northeast Mississippi. Of course, Caden Wade has a few offers from like Southern Miss, Arkansas State, Mississippi Valley. The Jabry Pierce with the offer from the Hines Community College. These Whippets an opportunity to keep playing. I think the last time Kosciusko played Rosa Fort was Antonio Harmon's last game. Of course, he went on to play at Mississippi State. Now he's up in Marshall, up in Huntington, West Virginia, playing for the Thundering Herd. We went over there in 2019. So Kosciusko's played Rosa Fort 2013, 2014, and 2019. The 2013 team was good. They were like 11-2, 11-3 that year. Third down and long for this Rosa Fort squad. Hargrove's going to throw. It is incomplete. Underthrown on that far side. Couple of Whippets there in coverage. Bond Slater and Zay Riley. Clock will stop with 1:11 to go in the half. This will be a punt team will come out for Rosa Fort. But yeah, I got maybe a trivia question in the second half about that 2013 squad for Rosa Fort. See if anybody knows the answer to that one. I got a couple of trivia questions we're going to go for in the second half. Lomax will get the punt. It's blocked! Blocked, and it'll go through the uprights. It'll be a safety. T. Riley got his left hand on it for a block, and that's 2 points for the Whippets. You should get double if it goes through the uprights, right? Come on. You should usually get double if you do that. But yeah, T. Riley got the left hand on it. When was the last time I had a game with two safeties?
Yeah.
I'm not sure when that happened, but 44-10. Kosciusko leads it. With T. Riley. Good there on defense. Might see T. Riley get some carries in the second half. You know, he's usually who comes in when Sandifer, has to sit out. But I'm not saying that he would have to sit out, but you think with a score like this, you might start seeing some of those younger guys get in the second half. So, Jaboris Granberry will back up to kick this one away from the 20-yard line. We do have a new Whippet coming into the ballgame. That's going to be Thad Coates. He'll run out and line up along that front line on the far side. A couple of other Whippets as well. Kendrick Williams says that's a little squibber. It'll be taken by Jack Vance. Jack Vance will get it. Submarine tackle at the 30-yard line. Baseball player right there. Scooped that one up like he was fielding a grounder. So Jack Vance, Coach Orr talked about him. You kind of seen his progression as a player this year. You see him, him and Jackson Schuler just kind of interchangeable out there. Look at them, they look about the same. Body-wise, the only thing different is the number. So Kosciusko 2x2 set will take over at the 30-yard line. 62 seconds to go in the first half. And here comes half the Rosa Fort defensive line on a hard count. So Whippets will get a couple of free yards. Whippets would like a score right here. Trying to get that clock moving. Get that running clock situation. Right now you're 1 point away from it, 44-10. Caden Wade going to throw. C.J. Sandifer wide open out of the backfield, racing to the end zone, tiptoes in. Touchdown, C.J. Sandifer, 25 yards. And the Whippets get the score that they need, 50-10.
Yeah, nice play call right there, slipping Sandifer out of the backfield and just getting him up that seam on the right sideline there, man. Just wide open out there.
Come out to attempt the PAT is Braden Ray. Ray's kick is up, and it's good. That makes it 51-10. Kosciusko leading it right before the half. Clock hasn't started just yet. Well, imagine we would see that running situation there in the second half. That might probably make Kosciusko kick it off and then keep the clock running. But stay right here for the Citizens National Bank halftime report. I'm excited to see what scores are happening around the state. A lot of great playoff action. You had an upset. Well, I would consider an upset last night. New Albany beat Shannon over on that right, the other side of the bracket. Well, I was already looking ahead to maybe a Louisville Shannon showdown in week 2. Would have been a rematch. Shannon gave Louisville all they wanted earlier in the season, but Shannon with the New Albany with the upset. So if Louisville, assuming they get past Ripley, they're playing Ripley tonight. We got some boots on the ground over there. We'll get a text and maybe see what that score is. Braden Ray, high pooch kick. Alexander will watch it bounce in front of him, then he'll take it up off of a scoop, and then he'll just go down back at the 28-yard line. Oh, let's see. Any new bodies come in? So we're being told they cannot run the clock, no running clock in the first half. So a couple of plays here, you would think. Could be only one play if Rosa Fort wants it. They haven't shown that they want to put the ball in the air too much, so you would think maybe a running play right here. That might take us down to the intermission. It is Alexander who runs it left. Oh, eke out a yard. And gets stopped on that far sideline. I think Ricari Covington shot Harrington. Avery Harrington getting in the book. They will have to snap it one more time. There's about 15-second difference between the two clocks. So Rosa Fort will have to take at least one snap. Oh, they're going to take the play clock all the way down. And now snap it right at the play clock, and Alexander will just get it and run out of bounds. He runs it around to the left side, and that's the end of the first quarter. All Whippets from Landrum Field, 51-10. We'll step aside for a break. When we come back, it's the performance of the Big Red Band. Back after this here on Boswell Media Sports.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Craving the simple goodness of farm fresh dairy? Discover the difference with Prairie Farms Dairy. Proudly farmer-owned, always fresh. From milk to ice cream, butter to irresistible frozen treats, every product comes straight from our family to yours. Experience the taste of real farm fresh quality in every bite and sip. Look for the Prairie Farms brand at your local grocery store. Prairie Farms Dairy. Farm fresh goodness. From our family to yours, every single day.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Parents and students are just shocked when they find out with a 20 on your ACT, you could go to Home CC for free. Do you have a 20 on your ACT?
Why, yes. Wait. Hold on a sec. You're right. I am shocked. You're saying my tuition could be free?
Yes, and your household income does not matter.
Why in the world would Holmes Community College offer free tuition with a 20 on the ACT?
See, we don't want you drowning in college debt when you graduate. In fact, all of us here at Holmes are so committed to our students' success, we've kept our tuition, well, lower than every other state community college. And even though parents and students are shocked by it and have a hard time believing it, just remember, your tuition could be free with a 20 on your ACT at Holmes CC.
Sounds to me like there's no place like Holmes.
That's Holmes Community College.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Atala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Atala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Atala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Atala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatment? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Atala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
Hello, I'm Mandy Hudgens, and it's my privilege to serve our customers at Citizens National Bank. Being part of a bank with more than 137 years of history means standing on a foundation of strength, stability, and trust. We've been through it all, and we're still here, committed to helping you reach your goals. As a local community bank, we make decisions right here at home with your goals and your success in mind. And when you walk through our doors, you'll see friendly faces who take the time to understand what truly matters to you. If you're looking for a bank you can count on, one that knows your community and puts your needs first, we're ready to earn your trust, like we've done for generations. Citizens National Bank, strong, stable, and locally owned since 1888.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Boswell Media Sports.
Here at the half, Kosciusko leads it 51-10 over Rosa Fort. But right now, we're going to turn it over to the Kosciusko Big Red Band. So on the Frank Chevrolet live video stream, you can catch the performance of their 2025 marching show called Villain. So enjoy.
Calling all units. Calling all units. The suspect is a crime syndicate known as the Kosciusko High School Band. They are conducted by drum majors Sarah Coleman and Hannah Beckham. Proceed with caution and avoid the deceiving heathens at all cost, or you will become a villain yourself.
The Kosciusko Big Red Marching Band, top 5 in the state, finished 5th at the MHSAA Marching Championships. So congratulations to the band and band director Jesse Yates. I was in the Big Red Band. I tell you, playoff performances are fun because there's no more competition. You just go out there and have a good time, play in the stands. It's fun. And we know the Big Red Band is excited to be out here. And they're really excited tonight because they got a lot to play. They might be tired playing a fight song this many times. It's 51-10. Kosciusko leads it. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll give you scores from around the state and a first half recap. This is Whippets football from Boswell Media Sports.
Transition your home and your style for fall at Sullivan's. Check out their new fall home decor, clothing, and the perfect shoes to step up your autumn look. Sullivan's has everything you need to get game day ready. Whether you're hosting the party or cheering from the stands, fall's in the air. Make sure your home and wardrobe are too. Visit Sullivan's today and find your fall favorites. Autumn starts here, only at Sullivan's in Kosciusko.
Football season is back.
Whippets hold them out of the end zone.
Friday nights will be packed with hard hits and tough plays. And at Reliant Physical Therapy, we're here to help you bounce back stronger. Whether you're a Whippet on the field or a fan in the stands, our expert team delivers results you can feel. From shoulders and elbows to backs, hips, knees, and ankles, our therapists treat the whole body with care and precision. No referral needed. Call today or visit ReliantPT.com to get started.
Big play by the Whippet defense.
Gear up for deer season at the Attala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice brand feed. Everything you need is at the Attala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Attala County Co-op. Attala County Co-op.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Hi there, mate. Joey Roo here. Introducing our brand new Roo Wing Station. Now open at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive in Kosciusko. Choose from 8 bold flavours: teriyaki, lemon pepper, Parmesan garlic, barbecue, buffalo, sweet red chili pepper, mango habanero, and honey hot. Satisfy your cravings every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Don't miss out. Bring your friends, taste them all, and discover your new favourite flavour at Roo Wing Station at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial in Kosciusko.
Hello, I'm Mandy Hudgens, and it's my privilege to serve our customers at Citizens National Bank. Being part of a bank with more than 137 years of history means standing on a foundation of strength, stability, and trust. We've been through it all, and we're still here, committed to helping you reach your goals. As a local community bank, we make decisions right here at home with your goals and your success in mind. And when you walk through our doors, you'll see friendly faces who take the time to understand what truly matters to you. If you're looking for a bank you can count on, one that knows your community and puts your needs first, we're ready to earn your trust, like we've done for generations. Citizens National Bank, strong, stable, and locally owned since 1888.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Boswell Media Sports.
It's the Citizens National Bank halftime report. Kosciusko leading at 51-10 over Rosa Fort here in the first round of the MHSAA 4A state playoffs. Breck Riley, Jeremy Tillman here from Landrum Field. We got Jeffrey Mitchell or Shaggy as he is to me, down off to the left on our camera and our video feed. And we got Donald back in the studio. We'll give you some scores from around the state. One interesting one that everybody wants to know about is Ethel. The Tigers trailing at 22-0 over there in the third quarter at Anguilla, taking on South Delta. Here's an interesting one. Union in a dogfight with Jefferson Davis County. Union's undefeated, the number 1 seed out of their region, and it's 14-7 with Jeff Davis County. But even when Jeff Davis County is down, they're still a formidable team. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Another one that fans around here might want to know about, Louisville is up big on Ripley. That's 49-0 there at the half. Winona all over O'Bannon, 41-0. That game is at the half. North Forest is up on Lloyd Starr, 21-7. And I believe Lloyd Starr's coach used to coach at Ethel. Is that Coach Smith? Coach Smith, Adam Smith, used to coach at Ethel, but he's the coach at Lloyd Starr. But the Hornets are down right now to North Forest, 21-0. No problem for East Webster, taking on Leland, the Cubs. East Webster, 46-0. Senatobia leads. Oh, never mind. That game's over. Senatobia beat Greenwood 35-8. And at the half, Choctaw County leads Edwards, or what most of us probably know as Ruleville Central. Choctaw County leads that one 39-8. We'll continue to try to find some scores, but right now we'll turn it over to Jeremy Tillman for a look at the first half. And Jeremy, the drive summary's pretty short. You see 51 points, you think, man, long. No, it didn't take the Whippets long to score at all.
Yeah, that's right. I was going back through it, looking at it, and the longest drive was a seven-play drive on that. But the way this thing got going was at the 11:38 mark. It didn't take but 22 seconds in the first quarter before the first points got put on the board. And the second play was a 46-yard run by John Tavius Roundtree to put the Whippets on the board there. Braden Ray kicked the PAT to put it 7-0, 22 seconds in. And then the next score came actually on a safety on a punt, and so Rosa Fort was able to get a couple of points at the 8:42 mark in the first quarter. And then the only other points that Rosa Fort was able to put up was when they got the football, they were able to put together a 4-play drive, and they were able to score on a Greg Hargrove 10-yard run, and they went for 2. Hargrove was able to put that 2-point conversion in the end zone, so that made it 10-7. And so Rosa Fort had a lead at that point at the 7:03 in the first quarter, and that was all she wrote on Rosa Fort's lead. After that, just the Whippets was able to put some points on the board, and so the next Whippet score came. With one play, they got the football. One play later, 49-yard run by John Tavius Roundtree. PAT was good. It was 14-10, and that pretty much took it into the way it was at the end of the first quarter. So it was a 14-10 game at the end of the first, and then you get to the second quarter, and then the points just started falling for the Whippets. And the next score came at 9-11. In the second quarter on a 28-yard throw and catch from Caden Wade to John Tavius Roundtree. The PAT was good. It was 21-10 at that point, and so that was a series where they were able to put together 7 plays on that. And then the next score came. They were able to put together 5 plays. Ended up capping that off with a 12-yard run by Caden Wade. Braden Ray's PAT was good. 28-10 at that point. And then, a big interception in the second quarter. Just a huge interception by Mylan Johnson. And he set up just one play later, a 30-yard throw and catch from Caden Wade to William Rankin. And at that point, Braden Ray came in, kicked the extra point, 35-10 at that point. Next score came, big defensive play. Number 8, J.T. Herring was able to take it and run it back on a pick 6. Braden Ray's PAT was good, 42-10. And then the next points came on another safety. Had 2 safeties. 2 points went toward Rosa Fort tonight, and 2 points went to Kosciusko. And so that came at the 111 mark to put the Whippets up 44-10. And then the last score of the half came with 54 seconds left. And the Whippets were able to, it was a throw and catch from Caden Wade to C.J. Sandifer on a 25-yard throw and catch. PAT was good, 51-10, and that's where we stand right now as we're getting ready to head into the second half of play.
Yeah, all Whippets there. Those recaps brought to you by Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts, and that is a wrap on the Citizens National Bank halftime report to start the third quarter. Rosa Fort will take the opening kickoff. We'll give you a few more scores. I'm not sure if we gave this one. Wesson and Perry Central, the Cobras, are up 21-6. And then another one here, Belmont leads North Panola 16-6. Our good pal Richard Russo is the head coach up there at North Panola. And he's a former coach at Itawamba AHS, which is where the Whippets would go next week if this score holds. Coach Russo coached there at Itawamba for a few years. But the Whippets are looking to make that trip to Fulton. It'll be the first time since 17. I think 2017 is the last time we went to Fulton and a playoff game there, opening round. 2018 we went to Corinth. And we would try to forget about that. It's when the hailstorm came through at halftime. And it looked like somebody dumped sonic ice all over the bleachers. It was that kind of hailstorm. And it was a hailstorm on the scoreboard because Kosciusko was getting beat like 45-0. It's about like this at halftime. But Kosciusko getting ready to kick things off. I hear Motorhead. It's time to play the game. Triple H is about to come out and spit some water somewhere, and Braden Ray's going to kick it off. But we do have a couple of trivia questions for you here. Should be a running clock situation here in the second half, from what we understand. Couldn't do it in the first half, but second half, as soon as this ball is kicked, the clock does not stop because it's beyond 35 points. Braden Ray lines up, gets the right leg into it. It'll be fair caught, but the Whippets, are they going to jump on it? They are! The Whippets have it! Adarius Bond Slater with the recovery, and it's Whippets football. Tried to fair catch it and just didn't get to it. Braden Ray with surgical precision. Whippets will get it at the 45-yard line. Third quarters for Whippets football are brought to you by Chris Coleman of Alpha Insurance. Well, as of now, Schuler's, I know Caden Wade is out there. So, Schuler's the backup quarterback, so you never know if he's out there, if he's going to be running quarterback or is he going to be running fullback. Wade's going to have an empty backfield. A bunch of the receivers in the diamond off to the right. They're going to throw it out to Pierce. The throw goes over the head of Jabri Pierce. Scored on that play last week at Elsie. It was to the left side of the formation. They had a little diamond right there, and Pierce was able to run through and get the score. So Kosciusko coming off that big 49-0 win over Elsie. Clarksdale, Rosa Fort gave Clarksdale a game. It was a 32-30 ball game. Clarksdale's the winner of that district. Sandifer motions out of the backfield. Look right, throw back left. LD McBride catches it, set up a screen, makes first defender miss, and he'll backpedal his way forward for about 12 yards and a serve pro first down. So clock keeps rocking and rolling on for the Whippets. Jeremy, you almost think that if Whippets are able to punch one in, you might start seeing some of the younger guys get in.
Yeah, you would think so after that.
You don't want them to be cold, right? You want the ones to get out there and run through it. Three receivers line up to the left, single receiver right. Going to be a throw pulled in by Jabri Pierce. He gets submarine tackled across the 30. The ball will go down at the 28-yard line. It's about a 5-yard pickup. for Jabry Pierce. Pierce on the Whippet basketball team. Number of guys on the Whippet basketball team. Got Pierce. Does Big Jeremiah, does he still play basketball?
I don't know if he's playing this year or not. I'm not sure.
Boy, good luck trying to stop him under the goal. Jeremiah Winter, big right tackle. Caden Wade wants to throw, going over the top. Just a little too far off the right side for L.D. McBride. What, Jeremy, it looked like Caden Wade threw that 30 yards while he was falling backwards.
Sure did. He did.
He was backpedaling and somehow threw that one about 25, 30 yards in the air. Just show you the type of arm that Caden Wade has. So third down, 5 yards to go for the Whippets. They're going to go with the I form here. Schuler be your fullback. The tailback is going to be Sandifer. Give goes to Schuler. Schuler keeps the pile moving forward. 3 yards. That'll be fourth down. About 2.5. Whippets might go for a long field goal here. I don't know. Braden Ray was hoping when he put his helmet on. He was about to run out there. And then it's not out of the question just yet. You would think maybe a hard count right here. And if Rosa Fort doesn't give you the free first down, they might take a timeout, let Braden Ray try to kick one. It is going to be a turn and a give to Sandifer. He'll run and have the first down by about 2 or 3 yards off right tackle. Serve Pro first down for the Whippets. Just keep the chains moving at the 20-yard line. Now, Terrell Tolliver is going to come in. Give C.J. Sandifer a bit of a break. It might be the end of his night. I think Rel got a touchdown last week, right?
He did.
I believe he got a touchdown. On the season, 32 carries, 273 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Make that 33 carries for Rel Tolliver. And he'll run on the give back to the left, the counter back, about 4 yards on first down. Give you the first of our trivia questions. We've been telling you that this is the first home playoff game for Kosciusko since 2015. Do you know who the opponent was the last time Kosciusko had a home playoff game? I do. I was on the call. I remember it right here. Landrum Field. Going to be a quick throw. Catch made by Pierce. Jumps up, catches it in the breadbasket, and there's a flag late. Not quite sure what that might be unless it's a hold. It seems to appear to be against Kosciusko if the Rosa Fort body language is to be believed. Illegal man downfield is going to be the call. Somebody got a little bit too forward. So back it up a little bit. But, yeah, November 6, 2015. That's the last time Kosciusko had a home playoff game. So just think back. If you can think back 10 years ago, you can remember who that team was. Played Rosa Fort here 11 years ago to start the 2014 opening round of the playoffs. It was here against Rosa Fort. But this was 2015, so think on that for a little bit. Second down and 11. Give us to Rel Tolliver. Stiff arms. Cuts it back in the middle. It's across the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's around a 6-yard pickup. So third down, about 5 yards for the Whippets. Give you the answer to the trivia question after this play. Assuming the Whippets don't score on this play, which the way things are going tonight, they could. They've been quick strikes. Now they're going to go in the I. Schuler, your fullback. And there's a whistle, I think Rosa Fort took a timeout.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. Coach Nixon wanted a timeout, so we'll take it with him. 5:03 to go in the third quarter. All Kosciusko 51-10.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
Third down and 4 yards to go for the Whippets from the Rosa Fort 14-yard line. It's an I-form set. It's a toss to Tolliver. He's hit and dropped. A loss back to the 20-yard line. Coming through with a good defensive play was Jaden Wilson, and we will indeed get that long field goal attempt that Braden Ray was hoping for. Timeouts for Whippet football are presented by Reliant Physical Therapy. Kosciusko trying to extend its lead. It's 51-10 right now. And to give you the answer to our trivia question, Shannon was the last opponent Kosciusko played at home, November 6th, 2015. Kosciusko would get the win. The next week they would go and upset number 1 seed Senatobia on the road at Senatobia. Out of the hold of Jabri Pierce. The kick is a little bit low off to the left. Going to sail. No good. Would have been a 35-yard attempt. Maybe rushed a little bit because some good penetration off the edge by Rosa Fort might have caused Ray to maybe rush himself and kick it a little bit low. But that is going to be a field goal no good. And in high school football, the ball will go to the 20-yard line. So clock still keeps rolling in this running clock scenario with Kosciusko leading at 51-10. So kudos to you if you got the trivia question right. That was a long time ago. It was, 10 years ago yesterday, November 6th, 2015. First down for Rosa Fort from its own 20-yard line. Back in that single wing set out of the shotgun. Christian Alexander going to be your running back. Takes the snap. Runs around to his left. Gang tackled by the Whippets. Maybe a half a yard. But on the tackle, I would say T. Riley. Give him credit for the initial contact. A number of players got to him. Somebody, I think Alexander comes up. Yeah, the coaches are trying to get him to come off the field.
Yeah, he has gotten banged up tonight, but he's gotten hit.
Nobody going to have to rock him to sleep this evening. Oh, tough player. You can see why he is an Under Armour All-American. It's second down, 9 yards to go. Greg Hargrove takes the snap. He runs right, then he runs back left, and then looked like he might have a little bit of a seam out there, but boy, somebody closed quickly on that far sideline. I think it was Bondslater. I think he is in out there.
Yeah, I think that was. He did. He closed in quick.
Yeah, Bondslater coming in. We told you he and Johnson were going to rotate. Mylan Johnson got the start. Made the most of it. Johnson did. A couple of tackles and pass breakups and an interception. Third down, about 8 yards to go for this Rosa Fort offense. Trying to find you a few more scores. We do have a final for you. Give you that one. Ethel falls to South Delta 28-6. So Coach Junior Graham's first year at the Tigers comes to an end as Greg Hargrove, the left-hander, is going to look to throw. He floats one up. Is it picked off? No. There's about 5 maroon jerseys over there. Bondslater, I think Zay Riley in the area. Also kind of roaming around back there is J.T. Heron. I'll make it 4th down and 8, and we'll see the punt team come on. But, yeah, appreciate Donald giving us that update on the Ethel score. But Coach Junior Graham coming back to coach his alma mater. Successful first season. for the Tigers. Let's see, give you a few more scores that we can find. In Taylorsville has no problem with West Lincoln, 66-0. As there's a kick that'll hit at the 50-yard line, and Whippets did not send anybody back. It'll roll dead at the 39-yard line. So that'll probably be the final play of the third quarter. As I think it will. The Whippets will send the offense out there, but I don't think they're going to get the snap off. They will not. So we'll go ahead and jump into our break. 51-10, Kosciusko leads it after 3. Back in 60 seconds here on Boswell Media Sports.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Hi there, mate. Joey Roo here. Introducing our brand new Roo Wing Station. Now open at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive in Kosciusko. Choose from 8 bold flavours: teriyaki, lemon pepper, Parmesan garlic, barbecue, buffalo, sweet red chili pepper, mango habanero, and honey hot. Satisfy your cravings every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Don't miss out. Bring your friends, taste them all, and discover your new favourite flavour at Roo Wing Station at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
51-10, Kosciusko over Rosa Fort to start the fourth quarter. Handoff, give us to Terrell Tolliver. Trips in the backfield, loss of 2 yards. Fourth quarters for Whippets football are brought to you by, as you just heard, Kangaroo Crossing. Stopped at Kangaroo Crossing before the game. Got me an energy drink and a Gatorade. Still hadn't tried the new wing station. Got to do that. Couldn't do that before the game, though. Heavy food to eat before a football game. So loss of 2 yards, maybe even 3 yards. Kosciusko 2-by-2 set. Terrell Tolliver stands to the right of his quarterback, Caden Wade. Motion Roundtree. Wade wants to throw. Going to go to Jabry Pierce, who's wide open, catches it. He stops, cuts back to the middle of the field. Dragging the defender, and he'll be slung down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Big play there, just a little throw and catch. And I think, I saw Caden Wade come to the sideline and Schuler stay out there. I thought Schuler might run the offense, but Caden Wade is talking to the offensive coordinator, Wiley Rhodes. Down to the 18-yard line. That was a 44-yard pickup. Wade's going to call out a play. They'll put 2 receivers to the left. Tight end lined up left. Going to hand it off to Terrell Tolliver running around the edge. Breaks a tackle, and Terrell Tolliver strolls into the end zone for his 4th touchdown of the season. Whippet touchdowns presented by Baptist Atala. Look at the future there for the Whippets, but I would say future not too fast, though, because Sandifer's coming back next year. Sandifer's just a junior, so it looks good when you see the sophomore running like that, but Whippets hope they got another year of number 4. Braden Ray's kick is up, and it's good. 9.5 minutes to play. Kosciusko 58-10 over Rosa Fort.
Parents and students are just shocked when they find out with a 20 on your ACT, you could go to Home CC for free. Do you have a 20 on your ACT?
Why, yes. Wait. Hold on a sec. You're right. I am shocked. You're saying my tuition could be free?
Yes, and your household income does not matter.
Why in the world would Holmes Community College offer free tuition with a 20 on the ACT?
See, we don't want you drowning in college debt when you graduate. In fact, all of us here at Holmes are so committed to our students' success, we've kept our tuition, well, lower than every other state community college. And even though parents and students are shocked by it and have a hard time believing it, just remember, your tuition could be free with a 20 on your ACT at Holmes CC.
Sounds to me like there's no place like Holmes.
That's Holmes Community College.
Boswell Media Sports.
Kosciusko 58, Rosa Fort 10. A running clock in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter for Whippets football brought to you by Kangaroo Crossing. We'll see where Braid Ray wants to put this one. It is going to be caught by the up back this time. He takes it at the 50, and he's able to get some yardage. Avery Knighton gets the ball into Whippet territory and around. So they put him down around the 40-yard line. Maybe they get him across the 40 to the 39. Looks like a lot of the ones are still out there for this Whippet defense. Give you another trivia question about a notable alumni from Rosa Fort. This alum graduated from Rosa Fort in 2011. He was an all-SEC defensive player at Mississippi State in 2014. He was an All-Pro in 2018, second-team All-Pro in 2016. Played in the NFL for the Houston Texans, the Miami Dolphins, and the New York Giants. Who is that? So if you know who that is, good for you. First person I think of when I hear Rosa Fort High School, this is the player I think of. It's a very good player. As there's a new quarterback in the ball game for the Lions, taking the snap there. It's Aiden Williams. Now we are going to get a couple of younger guys come in. There comes big Anthony Harris, Thad Coates, LaKendrick, or is that Quindarius Griffin that comes in? Yeah, you're going to see massive shifts here. Also checking into the ball game is going to be LaKendrick Winters, just like I said. Yeah, was that 16 or 18?
It was 16.
So that's Nico Vaughn. Okay. So, yeah, some jersey gets rolled up in there and kind of hard to see. This time it's going to be Sims. We know Sims because he's got the yellow shoes. Not hard to see who that is. Well, Xavier Sims is going to be your quarterback. Second down and 11. Give you the answer to our trivia question after this. Sims takes it, runs around to the right. He'll get outside the hash marks. Maybe 9 yards on second down, so third down and short. Now checking into the ball game going to be Keegan Albritton is on that defensive line. But Nardrick McKinney is who that notable alum was for the Rosa Fort Lions. Had a great career with Mississippi State on that 2014 team, that went to number 1. But that's where he played quarterback and linebacker at Rosa Fort. This time it's a different running back in the ball game, or I should say quarterback. Jaboris Granberry gets it, and he'll have a first down running it off to the right. Also on that 2013 team that Kosciusko played at Rosa Fort was Brandon Bryant. And Brandon Bryant also went on to play at Mississippi State, had a good career, and he got on the practice squad with the New York Jets there 2018. He was activated late in the year. I remember Brandon Bryant, he returned to punt. He's the fastest kid I've ever seen back in 2013. And it was the first year I did football for Kosciusko. First down and 10. Sims once again is your quarterback / running back. And then on that one is good closing speed by Rashad Harrington, getting him down for a loss of 1. Also another notable alum for the Rosa Fort Lions, Donald Hawkins. Played at Northwest Mississippi Community College, went on to play at the University of Texas. He was first team All Big 12 back in 2013. And he played for the Canadian Football League, the team in Montreal. And if you know that, then you are a fantastic football fan. As that time, Granbury takes the direct snap, gets 2 yards, 3rd down and 8. Yeah, Jeremy, do you know the Canadian football team in Montreal?
I don't.
I did not know it either. I knew Toronto. I knew Toronto was the Argonauts. I did know that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Idea.
I did know because Romero Miller from Shannon played it. I believe he played it.
Oh, did he? Is that where he was
the Toronto Argonauts at some
Okay.
point after he played at Ole Miss. But the Montreal Alouettes, that's what it is. There's the snap taken. It's bobbled, but Sims gets it back, and he'll eke out about a yard, maybe 2, up to inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now coming into the ball game is going to be LaKendrick Williams. But yeah, the Montreal Alouettes of the Canadian Football League. Donald Hawkins was sort of a journeyman in the NFL, played for a number of teams, and then played in the Alliance of American Football. But yeah, I did not know the Montreal Alouettes. 3 minutes to go in this one, and Rosa Fort's going to go for it, 4th down, and here comes half the Whippet defense across the line. Got some fog setting in here at Landrum Field. I assume that's fog, and somebody didn't have the grill going over there like, you go to Duty Noble Field when you see all the fog or the smoke come in from the grills. Well, that offsides penalty is going to give Rosa Fort a 4th down and short, around 2 yards. So Kosciusko going to move on to the second round. We're going to go on to play Itawamba AHS. That game would be on the road at Fulton next Friday night. Been there a few times. Nice facility there in Fulton. Nice stadium. Stadium was only built in 2008 or 2009. Granbury's going to drop back to throw. Heaves one out the back of the end zone. Being pressured there. And they'll turn him over on downs. So 1st down and 10 for Kosciusko. Take over at its own 13-yard line. And we will get a number of new guys in the ball game. Get you some of these names. Aiden Adams is going to come in. Terrell Tolliver, Kendrian Latiker. Also Charlie Lang is going to be in there. Big Deshaun Johnson will come in at center. Caden Thrash is in at left tackle. Schuler's going to be your quarterback. Give goes to Tolliver, breaking tackles. He'll be hit along the 15-yard lines where he'll be dropped, a 2-yard carry. 90 seconds to go. Try to get some more numbers, make sure we get everybody in here. I gave you Charlie Lang. Jack Vance is in the ball game. He lined up as that H-back. Another handoff goes to Terrell Tolliver. Has got some room, runs forward up the hash marks. Get maybe 6 yards. Going to be 3rd down and short. Also, Jaden Stewart along the offensive line. I think we got just about everybody now. So it could be the final play of the ball game. Schuler takes his snap. He is going to drop to throw. Aims down the right side, aiming for Vance. There's a hold on the play there, but I don't think you're going to get an official to throw a flag at this point of the game with just 30 seconds remaining. Also on the offensive line, I see Jalen, 563 is Jalen Greer. He's lined up at center. Handoff goes to Terrell Tolliver, and he'll run forward, get a 1st down, and that should do it. That will do it. Kosciusko wins it 58-10. Move to 10-1 on the season. Rosa Fort's season comes to an end at 6-4. We're going to take an extended break, come back and wrap this one up. But the Kosciusko Whippets are moving on to round number 2.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Your pharmacist is more than someone who fills your prescriptions. Your pharmacist helps you understand what medications you're taking. Your pharmacist makes sure your insurance is filed correctly. And your pharmacist answers any other questions you may have regarding your medications.
Hi, I'm registered pharmacist and owner of Pickles Drugstore. It is my goal to give you the personal attention you need to improve your health and well-being. My staff and I are here to serve you.
Pickles Drugstore, your hometown pharmacy, on the east side of the square in Kosciusko.
Your pet is more than just a pet. They're your family's fearless protector, your fetching athlete, your crumbs on the floor detector, the warm, snuggly heartbeat at your feet. State Farm understands why your pet means so much to you. So State Farm and Trupanion have teamed up to give your furry family members the protection they deserve. Pet medical insurance. It's another way State Farm is here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Angel Alvin McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Hi there, mate. Joey Roo here. Introducing our brand new Roo Wing Station. Now open at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive in Kosciusko. Choose from 8 bold flavours: teriyaki, lemon pepper, Parmesan garlic, barbecue, buffalo, sweet red chili pepper, mango habanero, and honey hot. Satisfy your cravings every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Don't miss out. Bring your friends, taste them all, and discover your new favourite flavour at Roo Wing Station at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial in Kosciusko.
Gear up for deer season at the Attala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice bran feed. Everything you need is at the Attala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Attala County Co-op. Attala County Co-op.
In the legal jungle, experience and personal attention are your best allies. Meet Al Chaddick, attorney at law, navigating the courts with direct one-on-one consultations. No middlemen, just you and Al, tackling your legal battles together. Ready for a winning strategy? Call Al Chaddick's law office at 662-289-2242 today.
Listing of the above legal services does not indicate expertise therein.
Gear up for deer season at the Attala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice bran feed. Everything you need is at the Attala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Attala County Co-op. Attala County Co-op.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Hi, this is Miles Simpson from Frank Chevrolet GMC. Hey, Papa, is it football season?
That's right, Miles and Maddox. It is football season is on us. You know what that's time for?
What, Papa?
It's tailgating season, and never been a better time than to shop at frankchevy.com for that new tailgate.
Papa, do we still have Super Cruise?
Boys, we do have Super Cruise. All you're worried about is Pawpaw's driving.
Papa, when you have Super Cruise, you drive so much better.
That is true, Miles. Super Cruise drives better than Pawpaw. Shop us today at frankchevy.com or come to Highway 35 North in Kosciusko. Make your driving dreams come true.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Sunstar Insurance walks with you through life's twists and turns, offering tailored coverage for every chapter. Our devoted team makes sure you have the choices and support you deserve, turning uncertainty into peace of mind. Whether you're securing a home, a car, or your future, we put reliability and care at the heart of every policy. With Sunstar Insurance, you're backed by a partner committed to protecting what matters.
I'm Robbie Robertson.
I'm Bradley Tyler.
Sunstar Insurance, Court Square in Kosciusko.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, every dollar counts. This is Mandy Hudgens for Citizens National Bank. Right now, we're offering some exceptional rates on deposit accounts. If you're shopping for a great CD rate, we invite you to come by and see us so we can help your money grow. Or, if you need easy access to your cash, our Maximum Money Market account is another great option to take your earnings to a whole new level. Best of all, you can enjoy doing business with our local community bank, so come experience the difference of doing business with Citizens National Bank, where we've been in business since 1888, and we've been recognized time and again as one of the safest banks in the nation. You can also visit us online at yourcnb.com. Through the power of local, we're ready to...
The north side of the square in Kosciusko.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
It's the Premier Medical Post-Game Show. Kosciusko, big winners tonight, 58-10 over the Lions of Rosa Fort. Kosciusko will advance to the second round of the playoffs. They're going on the road next week to take on Itawamba AHS. Itawamba's the number one seed out of, I believe that's Region 2 up there. The Region 1 and Region 2, they all kind of mesh together. Either way, they're a one seed, so that's all we need to know. One seed out of that district, and so going to be going on the road to that one. They got a big win last night over Tishomingo County. But, Jeremy, looking at this one, Kosciusko got out to an early lead, and when I had told folks about the ball game, I said, it could be a shootout. But also, if Kosciusko jumped out early, Rosa Fort wasn't a team built to come from behind, and that's exactly what Kosciusko did.
Yeah, absolutely. And, man, Kosciusko just came out. One of the things we mentioned was just playing physical football, and Kosciusko did just that. And I think what you saw tonight is a Kosciusko football team that hit a Rosa Fort team that probably hadn't been hit like that this year. You could see that. And so was able to just come out and hit them early. And, man, they're going to feel it. Those two guys, they're really good. I mean, they're good athletes, good backs.
They're playing the second level.
Man, yeah.
They'll play college ball.
They're going to be sore in the morning when they wake up. But, coming out of the second half, it wasn't but one score in the second half. But, hey, the clock rolled. We got out of here pretty quick. And so the only score of the second half came in the fourth quarter on an 18-yard run by Terrell Tolliver to put the score up at 57-10, and then Braden Ray put the PAT through the uprights to make it 50-18, and that's where we land. But man, when you look at this team tonight, on both sides of the football and special teams, man, Braden Ray, just not only in extra points, but man, just in punts and in kickoffs. One of the things that we mentioned at the beginning of the game was keep the ball away from Alexander and Hargrove on special teams, and Braden Ray did just that. And so he did just a great job there. And then, I know defensively had some guys that just stood out, but, man, all across the board, everybody that was on the field came ready to play and did a great job. And, man, just put a big exclamation point on this first round. But, hey, it ain't over. It's just getting started.
That's right. And looking at – we'll take a look at stats or anything after a game like this, but looking at who got scores, you got three from Roundtree.
Roundtree touched the ball, I think, 3 times, and he got three scores, I think, when you go back and look at it. I believe that's right, 3 touches and 3 scores, and you got Sandifer with some touches, and he just continues to be consistent.
Caden Wade had a rushing touchdown.
That's right.
And then you got the one from Tolliver. I mean, William Rankin got a touchdown.
Rankin got a 30-yard touchdown, and you had the pick 6 from J.T. Herron. So, man, they just kind of spread it around a little bit.
Yeah, and looking at defensively, you had a number of guys. Rowdy Roan had a great game. You had a big game by Ricari Covington. But we are looking at 2 guys for player of the game. And normally we don't do a double player of the game, but a night like this, you really want to, because you had 2 good opportunities for games, players, and want to make sure both of those get recognized. And first up going to be J.T. Herron. J.T. Herron leading the team in tackles for loss, and he got his pick 6. He got his 4th interception of the year, and the pick 6, the one that got wiped off the table, in the game 1 against the show, but he's able to get it back here in the playoffs. So J.T. Herron and Mylan Johnson. We had told you that Mylan Johnson was going to get the start. Coach Orr said, just what he does, a little bit fits the mold of Rosa Fort a little bit better. And he made the most of his start. He had a pass breakup, and he had an interception, and, of course, he's in on just about every tackle on special teams. Well, he really had to tackle too much on special teams today because the Whippets were just kind of, playing pick points with the kickoff. So Mylan Johnson and J.T. Herron going to be your Autumn Ridge Dental players of the game. That's something to smile about. And Whippets moving on to the second round of the postseason for the second year in a row. Big thank you to Jeffrey down to our left. He's been on the camera and on the video stream. And, of course, thank you to Donald back in the studio. And thank you to everyone involved in Boswell Media Sports. That would be Melissa, Lisa, Ashley, Laura, BMO, Macy, everyone involved there for all that they do. So we are signing off here, and we'll be back with you next week. If you can't make the trip to Fulton, be sure to join us here on Boswell Media Sports. Whippets get the win tonight, 58-10. So for our entire crew, Breck Riley signing off, saying good night, and go Whippets.